Guys, I might have to close it out. Should I close it out, guys?
Close it out. That's not good at all.
Should I close it?
Let's go, baby!
It's been a minute.
Woo! Episode 150, baby. The
We did
150
it.
special. Let's go. A few crazy scientists rocking this bitch or what?
I am Dr. Suck Me Off,
Yep.
reporting for duty.
We got a big one.
I did promise my beautiful fiance that I wasn't going to get drunk and drink too much. And I fucking lied, bitch. This is fucking Drink Champs. We get fucking lit in here. Woo!
That's it. Chloe just left, so he's
Yeah.
gonna just
I made the same promise.
he's gonna bag her out as much as he can while she's not here.
We've already
Yeah.
been drinking anyway.
Woo! Hell yeah. 150 episodes. We missed last week. We do apologize. I almost couldn't handle the fan abuse. That was crazy. Literally, the amount of DMs I got of like, where the fuck is the episode?
Yeah, I got some DMs too.
I couldn't handle it.
It's a good feeling that people care.
Yeah, it is a good feeling, but if he's ever abused me again, I will suck yous all off. I don't give a fuck.
We'll get ready for them to abuse you.
Literally,
Cook smart.
If you're listening
Go-
on Spotify, as you know by now, every 10 episodes we try to change it up. We're dressed as scientists right now. We got some beakers full of mysterious liquid. And if you've been paying attention,
Semen.
we're doing the hot wings again. We did it for episode 70. We're doing it again because it was fun. So
Different sauces. It's not the actual hot one sauce. It's another gauntlet.
We have 12 wings that escalate in heat.
Yep.
So we'll see how we go.
And this time, I feel like Dr. Joey K actually marinated this shit because he's got this little smile on his face.
Bro, yeah, I did them last night. I think before I only did them. Was it that morning? I think I did them that morning or something. But I remember feeling like it wasn't marinated enough. But with Tori's recommendation, I just left them that little bit longer. And I feel like that's going to be the kicker today.
Let's go, baby.
All right, hectic.
All right.
So, I just want to read some things out before we do our little intro, right? I've got just a quick little things written down here. So, I went over the stats, or was it this morning or yesterday? It was either this morning or yesterday, I can't remember. So, this is just for the stats of this month, okay, which I still think is super cool, all right? So, just this month, we had over 80 different listeners, okay, spread across the whole month, which is super cool, all right? But my favorite stat is reading out where people are listening from. I'm going to go down the list of where the countries of this month, right? The last one cracks me up. So this month, we've got obviously Australia, which is our biggest audience. Then we've got the USA, of course. As much as we bag you fuckers out, we love yous, right? Then we've got Brazil coming in second, right, from Brazil. Those fuckers speak Portuguese, so I don't even know how the fuck they're understanding us, right? But anyway, then third, we've got the UK. They're like the cheap versions of Aussies, so that's super cool. Then we've got Germany. España, Spain. We're just talking off air. Tori and Joey are trying to brush up on their Spanish. Then we've got my favorite place, Japan. I haven't even been there.
It's your favorite place.
Then we've got Ghana. Didn't even know they had internet in Ghana, but there you go.
Someone does.
They've got internet. Then, second last is Russia. Of course, we always bring up Russia. Every now and then we usually talk about Russia. And the last one cracks me up. We had one sole listener,
India.
Uzbekistan.
Oh. Wow, what the hell?
I don't know where the fuck Uzbekistan is.
Shout out to you.
But thank you guys, man. I just thought that shit was super cool, man. When I was literally just looking at that with a smile on my face. I was like, this is fucking hectic.
And that's only Spotify, right? Is that Spotify?
No, that's everything not including
YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay,
That's
so
not including YouTube. So the distributor that we're with has all the stats from everywhere except YouTube.
So you can't discount YouTube either, because my missus, for example, only listens on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
And every week,
Okay.
the YouTube is
So do I.
it's at least 40 views a week, every episode. Within a week, 40, and then it just goes up gradually from there. So that's pretty good, man. Over Spotify and YouTube in a month.
Yeah, sometimes I forget that people listen. Like
That
my
people actually listen,
project manager from work, DMDZ on Instagram.
Yeah, shout out you, man.
And he's like,
Yeah.
man, I have to drive to work on a Tuesday in silence. Like,
bro.
Friendly Fire and I were talking off air, like just the amount of guests we have that are keen to come on. Like I spent yesterday, I guess this tease into what I've been doing, but yesterday I got tattooed. I had a full day session, right? And my tattoo artist, they're pried out of you. She's like, oh, what do you do? Whatever. I was like, yeah, we do a podcast. She's like, you do a podcast? And she was full keen to come on and shit. And so shout out to you, April.
Well, sometimes
She
I
does
think
good work.
every now and then, man, like having a random person on, like I have like one of my good friends, his name's Liam, right? Like he's one of my closest mates. And sometimes I have these conversations with him without anyone else there. And I'm like, bro, this would make for like
Content,
content
Yeah.
for a podcast. I'm not talking like we're trying to figure out fucking the homelessness issue around the world, but just having he's pretty, he's well spoken and he has some good points, but we just have a laugh. And I feel like sometimes having random people on every now and then would be good, But obviously we try to get the content out every week, and we miss a few weeks here and there, but it's hard to tee up people for those podcasts regularly.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's just the schedule.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because we're usually always down on every Wednesday kind of thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes with guests,
With
it's
other
hard.
people. Yeah. I did make a story about this, I think, last week. There is a lot of people who I'm teeing up, especially a few DJs that I've met, still a couple of rappers and artists and that. I'm just also a lazy piece of shit, and I know how hard it is. Like for us, it's kind of now normal in our Wednesday night schedule. But for someone else, especially if you live like in the city that's like 30, 40 minutes away, to you, recording on a Wednesday night, it's like, oh, fuck. I've got work tomorrow. I've got to fucking drive all the way down to fucking West Sydney. But for us, we all live fucking 10 minutes away from each other. So it is going to happen. There is a shit ton of guests I've got lined up, man. It's just, I was talking to DZ off air. We are going to start reaching out to people and making shit happen.
And the cool thing is that these people that we've got lined up are reaching out to us. Which is cool. Like I got a couple people who've already reached out, so it's in the works, man. We'll get this shit rolling.
Step aside, Joe Rogan. Anyway, one big announcement as well. I'd like to kick off the episode. Someone in this room or two people in this room have actually given up vaping. So get this right,
They already
Tori.
know that. We were here last time.
We here
Remember, I
last
was
time?
like one day.
No,
Bro,
she
but
was one day in.
No, still. I'm saying now we're how many days?
3 weeks on Monday.
3 weeks, right? And
Wow.
she hasn't like, I thought initially I'm like, this bitch isn't going to last like, she'll do it a week.
Yeah,
and
you've got color in your face.
then
today.
she'll buy,
Compared to the other week, I looked.
You look like Smeagol when we recorded last row. You were like on struggle.
I'm like, there's no way she's gonna start vaping in behind closed doors. Like she's gonna go to the server down the road, get a vape, and then be like, yeah, Joey, I haven't had a vape in like 3 weeks. And but like surprisingly doing well. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't do that though, would you?
No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't.
Yeah, I can't picture you.
No.
I'd just be honest about it.
Yeah, but I feel like
she would.
I feel like I know I would. Like
Yeah,
I
wouldn't.
haven't. But like her willpower, like that's like me saying it's crazy because like if I said nah, I'm never gonna touch weed again, I know I'm lying to myself. It's full lie. I don't give a fuck. But her with vaping was worse than my thing with weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong. I love a good smoke, but this one couldn't. Every time you see it, it was in her hand. So I'm very proud of her for doing what she's done so far. And most people would have fucking crumbled by now. But it's good though because now she's done it. It's out of sight, out of mind for me.
Yeah.
And then so now I'm not doing it. But then even coming here, I had a few roadies on the way here, and
you
I was
want
like,
that, yeah.
"Where's that vape?" I'm like, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy what drinks do to you.
100%. Like, look, congrats. It's very good, but I feel like nicotine is I feel like it's a different beast. I'm glad I haven't been down that road. Yes, I fucking when I'm social, I'll fucking have a cigarette or bum puff when I've had this, like whatever, bro. But like, I've never actually like smoked.
Every day.
But have you been Were you vaping mostly every day? Sometimes.
Yeah, I'll fucking bum puff some cunt's vape. Like I don't care. Like to me, it's just like fucking whatever. Like I'm drunk as fuck. It's a social thing. Like because for me, it's 100% a FOMO thing. Because the one thing I can't fucking stand is when you're out with your mates. And then it turns into
everyone's puffing.
It turns into the D&M's outside, and everyone's chain smoking, and it looks so fun. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, I want it. So I just go out there, and I'm like, fucking give me a cigarette, just so I'm like a part of it. Like that's 100% the truth.
Yeah.
But like I don't like but I feel like nicotine is 100% like. I reckon it'd be up there with alcohol. One of the hardest things to.
I feel like we were saying the other day. I was like the best triple threat combo when you're out.
Bags,
The
alcohol, and
best
cigarettes.
Yes. Hey, I was like, if you just come back from a line and then you're like, yeah, you got a drink and you're like, where's the vapor?
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
And then that's when everyone starts yapping about
Yeah.
all their traumas
Right.
and all their
Yeah.
fucking.
You know what's funny? Back in the day, right? Back when me and my mates were young and shit, it's like we'd always have this ongoing joke where it's like we'd go out, we're just having drinks. Everyone's just having drinks. But then they're like, someone would ask for a bag and they're like, ask me in 2 more drinks. Like 3 drinks.
Yeah.
Once you get to the 3rd drink, it's
Yeah.
like, that's fucking
But I
good,
feel
man.
like even when they ask you and you say no, they've planted the seed. And even though you've said no, you
seed's
might
planted,
double
yeah.
back. And then you'll be like, later, you're like, wait, Lachlan asked me for a line before. Can I go back? It's still on the table.
Oh, God,
Like-
yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
feel like out west, man.
Everyone knows this shit,
Everyone
man.
knows, bro.
We got a good episode, man. We got polls, we got questions, we got that furry conversation. That furry answered some questions for us.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I forgot about that till now.
Awesome.
We got fucking a quiz. We got all kinds of
and
shit,
we've got some
man.
hot ass
So
wings to go through.
Should we eat this one?
Yeah, so while we prepare to eat the first one, just quickly, Tori, how you been? We haven't seen each other in 2 weeks. You've started a podcast, a reading one.
Yeah,
How's
delve
that
into a
going?
little
What's
bit.
give us a little quick rundown.
Yeah, I've been going good. Apart from today and last night, guys, our fridge broke.
Yeah, so we're actually like 4 hours behind schedule right now.
Give them
Yeah.
a real recap of our last 24
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, so last night our fridge broke. Joey was causing absolute chaos in the kitchen. I get home from a very relaxing head massage, and Joey is like got the football blaring. He's got all of the spotlights on.
I had a multi going.
Yep. He's cooking these wings, all 12 of them, trying to marinate all 12 of them in different bags while cooking our dinner, which is steak. The steak's burning. I walk in and it's just chaos. I open the fridge.
ADD. Fucking.
Yeah. Open the fridge. Fridge is off. Like, okay, question mark. And then we hear I open the fridge up and we hear something and then the whole thing
We hear it short. We hear it go.
So then on top of everything I just said, we're taking everything out, putting it into the bath upstairs. So we got to cart all of this food upstairs. Then we've got to go to the shops at like 8:30 at night, get 4 bags of ice, fill up the bath with ice. Today we went and looked for a fridge. We brought a fridge. Joey mismeasured the space and the fridge got delivered. We tried to put it in. It was too big, would not fit. So then we had to go back to the shop, re-look for another fridge, repay for the delivery guy to come and pick up this fridge. And
While
drop
still
off-
finishing cooking the wings
while
as
still
well.
cooking these fucking wings,
Yeah.
and I want to kill these wings if I fucking see them one more time. So yeah, honestly having a horrible 24 hours, but it's fine. We're here and happy
here
to
now.
be here.
And this is while me and this guy are sitting here waiting for him.
That's what I was
drinking.
saying. I was like, bro, like we're late, right? But I'm like, bro, Iggy and DZ's day couldn't have been more different 2 hours. Like we had her grandma's breakfast, birthday dinner, and then we had to come back, get the fridge, a false fridge that I fucking mismeasured, go back, and then I'm like, we're stressing, and I go, when I put it in the inbox, bro, we're gonna do this, and all
We're sitting here smoking cigars and drinking.
all Iggy says is, bruv, and I'm like,
I've been wearing this fucking itchy ass wig for 4 hours in this smoking cigars, and I'm tipsy as by now. And I'm sitting there just going, "Fuck, like,
Yeah.
we're here way too early."
But then I think, with moments like that, don't get me wrong, I was stressing a bit, so was Tori, but like,
you can't let it get to you.
I struggle because I'm like, okay, this is my reality right now. I can let it affect my day. I can come here pissed off, anxious, angry, like just just ruining my vibes. Or I can just slap it out of myself. So what did I do? I literally went.
He literally started.
I went, and she goes, just get out of it. All right, 1 second. I went, but, and I'm talking about like hitting, right? And then I go, she goes, did it help? I'm like, it actually hurt. It
I'm angry.
I'm worse. And then she goes, oh, let me play this sad song. So she tries to play me this Twilight song. And I'm like, what the fuck?
God.
Yeah,
It was
but I mean,
a whole
other than that,
thing.
I mean, you've been making moves. You've been doing your little podcast with
Yeah,
Sally
how's the
Williams.
podcast? How's that going?
The podcast has been going good. Sal and I, we've only actually caught up once to record, but we recorded 4 episodes.
Yeah,
The
smart.
name of the podcast,
Between books, right?
Between books. I said
Yep,
it last
yep,
time, but
yep.
we've had 2 episodes that come out every Tuesday. We're going to catch up, not next weekend, but the weekend after, do another 4.
Smart.
That way I can't commit. I can't do this every week and do that every week.
it is kind of smart, kind of doing that bulk filming,
Plus, those episodes are a lot shorter.
Yes.
Whereas
Yeah.
you guys commit, to 2 hours
We
every
can't,
sometimes
yeah.
hour and a half. That's what your fans want.
That's
Yeah.
it.
But other than that, yeah, working, no vaping, podcast.
She goes, life's so boring without a vape. She goes, it's so fucking boring.
Yeah, but going good.
No, that's good. That's good. Well, what about you, Joe? Okay, like other than your past couple of 48 hours.
No, I've been going good. I've been working like a lot of OT during the week. You know, it's only about 30 days or how many days till we go to Europe now.
That's crazy.
So it's a big trip. So I've just really been like voluntarily staying back during the week, working Saturdays. You know, trying to get the gym in whenever I can. But like, yeah, it was just so funny because like the other day I was at the gym in the sauna. And I'm like, I've just finished a workout. I'm like, yeah, mad. I'm just like just sitting there with my headphones in. And then I'm like, my headphones are getting too hot, whatever. Take them out. And then I'm like, all right, just sitting there in silence. And all I hear across from me is like, do you know how the gym's got songs playing all the time?
Yeah.
It was playing Lady Gaga, like, oh, no, 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 right? And then all of a sudden, this lady across from me in the sauna, and this is like a big sauna, right? There was like 4 or 5 people in there. This lady just starts going like, super romance.
These people.
Oh, hold on, ready? This loud as well. So loud enough that everyone in the sauna can hear, but not loud like she's doing a performance for all of us.
Yeah.
But loud enough where everyone starts to get like, it's like, romance. And I'm literally trying
You're
not to laugh.
You're getting erect as
I'm just raging, like, and I'm literally just like trying not to laugh, and I'm scratching my nose, because you know how you like,
You just
because I was like, is she really like? I don't know what it is, right? And I told Tori this, right? And I go, how funny, how cringe is this? And Tori goes, but did she have headphones on? And I go, no. See, that's the only way that's acceptable. If you have headphones on and you're going, like, da, da, da. I'm like, okay, Matt, he's listening to a banger. He doesn't know how loud he is. But if you're in a sauna that's, everyone's not, like, most people aren't listening to anything. You're just all listening to the one song. And I start going, and no one knows this part. We don't know each other. And I'm just like, oh, do I just let her go for it? And then so she's just singing the
what
whole.
What else are you going to say? Hey, stop that.
You know, I'll tell you 100% what it is.
Isn't it weird?
I bet you she's someone, right, who sings a little bit. She can sing.
Yes.
No, but-
Yes.
And she wants everyone else to know I'm a singer.
But
I'm a singer. I can sing.
Can I tell you that? I think she's one of those people because I am. I think I can sing when I don't project my voice.
Yeah.
But I can go.
Yeah, it's like
But
everyone.
as soon as I go, oh, whoa, I'm like, ah! So I think she was just being like, I don't know. And the way she was singing it was like, do you know that bit of the song where it goes, and I'm bluffing with my muffin, and I'm just lying. And she was doing all the shit. Like she went, bluffing with my muffin. I'm just lying. And I'm like, bro, stop. But I don't know why. Am I being too judgmental here? Maybe because I'm getting older. When I was younger, maybe I wouldn't have gave a fuck.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I get older now, I'm like, I'm not judgmental. But in the same time, if she could hear my internal dialogue, she would hear me screaming. Like,
I promise you, she thought she could sing. She's a singer.
yeah,
I guarantee
okay.
you she's a singer.
Okay.
They must tell everyone else they can sing.
Yeah.
They have to, which is why I can sing. Did you know?
I
he's
guess
actually-
you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you.
It's not that bad.
And I can't let go. Anyway, how are you, bro? What's going on?
You know, not much for me. I did another set for Unapalooza. So shout out as always, Tommy, man, putting me on. That shit was cool. Thursday night, again, weekday partying for me. It's just, I love it.
It's like a uni thing, eh?
I love it. I feel like
Iggy's at the uni parties without having ever attended uni.
I feel like I and then shout out to one of my homies, man, Diamond, bro. He's been on the podcast before. This cracks me up, bro. Like, so we've been going out obviously the past couple, like lately, just during the week and shit, because I'm, you know, kind of blowing. I'm a little bit famous now in my DJ sense and that. Anyway, and he just dead serious goes to me, right? It was either the Tuesday or the Sunday. I can't remember. He's being dead serious to this cunt. He's got like he's already had a couple beers in him, right? It's a weekday. And he looks at me and goes, yeah, man, this is good practice for me anyway when you're famous, because, you know, I got to fucking just keep drinking. I'm like, well, you're right. Because if I say you are a DJ that's touring, right? It doesn't matter if it's Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're all traveling, you're drinking, and you're in that environment.
Yeah.
And I just started cracking up. I'm like, bro, you're right. I'm like, so he's practicing for me to get famous so he
Yeah.
can just keep weekday drinking.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so funny,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
It's the easiest job ever. You're just
Yeah.
getting pissed and
Yeah,
going touring
yeah.
with your mate who's the DJ.
but other than that, man, like, did that. I've got some more stuff planned in the future. I'm not going to say right now because nothing's confirmed, but there's some exciting things happening.
You working on an album?
Yeah, album's underway. Got a feature from you. I've got a bunch of good songs. Serum 2's come out, and I've just been down this weird, like, nerdy rabbit hole sound design shit. But other than that, yeah, just chilling, making music, going to work, and really, really trying to get my neck back out on the scene, which I feel like it's slowly starting to. Yeah, I'm getting, messaged here and there for a few things. So again, I'm not going to say nothing just yet. Nothing's confirmed, but there's some exciting things happening. Let's eat a wing.
Yeah.
Joey K,
So the first one we
give
got,
us the.
this first one is bacon flavored. Okay, so this is the very first one. I doubt it's going to be very
This-
hot at all.
Yeah, this should be
depending,
eats. This should be eats.
I think we should have 2 because isn't there 12?
It's all right. There's a special. We
we're
we
chilling,
got
we're chilling.
we time, man.
We're chilling.
It might be longer. Who knows? But
Bro, to be honest, at this fucking rate with how behind schedule we are, we're going to be here till 9 o'clock.
well,
at night.
look, we were originally going to do
Fuck.
it on Friday, so
Yeah.
it's still earlier than we would have.
Yeah,
if
that
we
is
had
true.
done The Friday.
That is true. All right, first one. Eat the whole thing, boys.
Yeah, that's the rule. You got to
The whole
finish
thing.
the whole wing.
Here we go.
You got to eat like a starving Ethiopian child.
So this is bacon flavored. That's good.
That's yum.
Please don't eat into the mic.
I was about to say
They like it.
you're bad for that.
Yeah. I feel like
like it.
someone's commented on it before.
All right, we got a boneyard here.
A bone bag.
Boneyard.
You're not eating any wing story, no?
No.
That was yum, man.
I like it. Are we going to rate like we did last time, or what?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Man, that's the bro.
It's so funny because the rating's naturally going to go down as we progress.
Bro,
No, maybe not.
That's the type of spice that I could eat normally.
Yeah, right.
And it
That's
tastes
that's
nice.
standard to me.
Put your,
Let
put your
me-
bones in here, bro.
Let me record. Let me take note on what you guys. So what one was this called, baby?
Bacon.
Bacon. That's a straight 9. That's delicious.
I'd give that an 8 at least, yeah.
That's a
Just
9.
bacon.
Yeah, just bacon.
Okay. So are you all collectively agreeing?
I
or-
literally think that's a 9.
That's delicious.
I'll give it an
I'll
8.
give it a 9. I could have that on.
So should we come up with a group agreement or just 3 separate?
That's right. I'll do 3 separate. So
Separate.
Dylan, you're an 8,
Yeah.
and Joey, 9. Iggy 9.
It helps when you're hungry too.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
Let's see that go down. That's going to collectively go.
Nah, see, I'm actually scared because, right, if you guys haven't noticed by now, I'm like pretty white.
Yeah.
And like I feel a little tang already. So if that's the first one, this guy's smiling.
Right, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Because
This little bastard.
I'll put it this way. Ready? I got a cut on my fingertip at work on the Friday morning.
Oh,
And when I marinated these, I got a bit of the hot sauce in one of my cuts.
Oh, no.
And it's immediately I noticed when I touched it, and it was one of the hottest ones. And I remember going like, I literally had
Oh,
to go to the
bullshit.
bathroom to like wipe it off. Like it was like
Are
an
you
open
serious?
wound, and it was like just started stinging, bro. So I can only imagine what that fucking. I mean, put it this way, guys. One of the sauces is called Ass Blaster. So
Yes.
when I was marinating it, I'm like, I am such a masochist. Like, why am I going away being like, I'm gonna not shit right after this? But it
I've
is
got
what
a
it is.
feeling this is going to burn 10 times more than the pirate ones.
But do you remember? I mean, you said you still don't really have a high tolerance for hot sauce.
Nah, I'm bad, I'm
but I
bad,
remember
yeah.
one time I was like, I hate hot sauce. I don't like it. Blah blah blah. But I remember Frank's red hot sauce. I don't know if anyone else has had this, but Frank's red hot sauce. It sounds very like, very fucking intimidating. But it's like your basic fucking
Like
cayenne pepper
your
sauce.
your standard cayenne
And
pepper,
I would
yeah.
have that on every lunch on my meals. And then from then on, I went, I'm going to try some jalapenos. I'm going to try
Yeah.
this, try that. And so many people when I was younger, they're like, oh, you don't like chili now, but if you give it a try, you'll like it. And it's kind of like, no, probably not. But I've literally remembered the course I took,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not purposefully, but I just realized, oh, I actually like chili. Like I
Yeah.
never used to be like
It's
that.
an acquired taste, like beer.
No, hold on a second.
But I
right?
could never get around beer. It's
You got
weird.
a little thing in your beard here, bro.
Have I?
Hold on.
There you go. You
I
got it.
do. I thought that was your tooth this whole time. Sorry.
You didn't say anything.
I was waiting for you to finish.
Guys, there's two different types of mates. There's ones that see shit on your face, like Iggy over here, doesn't say shit. He'll let you talk to whoever. I'd be like, and DZ got my back as soon as he's like,
hold on a second, man. I'm just getting a glimpse of it, and I'm thinking like, what the fuck? This guy's talking like an underbite and shit.
oh
I'm like,
my
what the
God.
Underbite.
Anyway, I like chili as well, but what pisses me off, again, shout out to my fucking mates. I've got a few of my mates that are like this. They're pretending a little bit, and like these motherfuckers are eating the hottest thing where they're sweating. Then at this point, you don't taste nothing. Your mouth's gone numb.
Yeah.
And they're going, oh, this is fucking delicious. And they're wiping sweat off their brow and shit. Their backs are literally drenched in sweat like they've just done a marathon. And I'm sitting there going, I'm like, stop lying. I'm like, why are you pretending? I'm like, it's not giving you any benefit to your taste. All you've done to yourself right now is giving yourself
Pain.
a numb mouth. Stop pretending that you like this shit, all right? Because I know you all do it. I love chili. And then fucking, I'm going to roast him right now. Mr. Meagley does it all the time, right? He gets like all the chili flakes and he's gone. He's like over accentuating how much chili he's putting on, and I'm like looking at this guy. I'm going, stop lying. I'm like, stop pretending. I'm like, just have a sprinkle, bro. Have a sprinkle. You know what I mean? Like,
it is
bro.
kind of like a kind of a macho man kind of.
It
move.
turns into a competition.
Yeah, it
I'm
does,
like,
it
bro,
does.
it's like, shut up, man.
It's like, bring me more chili from the back. It's like, sir, we've run out. It's like, bring more.
Well, shout out anyone who's watched that episode 70 who's been rocking with us since then.
Yeah,
man. That was a
man.
fun episode.
Honestly, we do appreciate.
Was that the
you
last
guys, bro.
time Mr. Meigs was on?
No, that was
no,
when
that
we
was
did
the
the
last
hot wings.
Hot
We
Wings.
dressed
Oh,
as
the last
pirates.
one.
The
Okay,
dirty pirate.
okay.
That was fun, man. That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I feel like this is going to be way more better executed. But
I mean, we've done it once.
can I ask you, cunt, something? Right? You know what I hate when people ask, "What's your podcast about?" What's it about? Because that's what the tattoo artist was saying yesterday, and I'm like, it's about whatever. Like we started off as music and we kind of like, you know. But what would you say? What are we about?
I would just say it's like when you. It's like a garage sale, right? You literally, you could go there and find hockey pucks. No one plays hockey in Australia, right? Yeah. But you'll find an American hockey puck
For
right in the
$2,
corner of the
you're
garage.
gonna buy it, yeah.
And then that's like little conversations that we'll have. People are like, why are they talking about sizes of clitorises?
Yep.
Why are they talking about 12-inch clits and then micro penises? And then one day they're talking about the President of the United States. There is no topic on the FireCast that we cannot cover.
Yes.
And ever since having Tori on the pod, you cannot say our facts are not facts.
But it
Exactly.
it makes sense if you watch it, right? You watch the show, it's segmented well, right? We got
Yes.
these segments, we get viewer questions, and then we do the Reddit, and then we do. It makes sense. You just got to watch it, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I just
gotta watch.
downplay the fuck out of our podcast. I know I have a thing where I like to make it all about me. I'm not going to lie, but when they start talking about a podcast, like they're like, oh, so you have a podcast? I am the first person. This is they're very rare for me, like I said, but I'm just like, yeah, it's just a podcast, man. Like we're just mates and we just shoot the shit, like whatever. And then if they like it, they like it. But I don't have to defend the pod and be like, oh, it's about this, it's about that, because it's like some weeks we don't talk about this, we talk about this and this.
No, I like that. I like that.
literally never mention anything about myself, right? But it's like this is my second session at this shop with this lady, right? And the first time she only got that I did music and stuff. I didn't mention the pod, but then they pry it out of you. You're sitting there. She's like, "So I know you do music. I know you do this for work. What do you?" I'm like, "Oh, that's all. You know, I'm not that interesting." She's like, "Oh, you know." I'm like, "Oh, well, we do a podcast." She's like, "You do a podcast? Like, can I come on? Can I be on your podcast?" I'm like,
come on, man.
I reckon that'd be hectic to
Yeah,
have
it
a
would be.
tattooist on. Like,
That'd be awesome.
She's
man.
keen it, but like, yeah. So
Let's do
it's
it.
just I struggle to talk about myself other than this, and it's funny because like even them they were saying like I'm a bad conversationalist. I don't like talking, right? I'm not a good
unless
talker.
you're on the
Yeah,
pod.
you're like
And
an awkward turtle.
It's ironic because I do a podcast and I make music and I post on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't, you will never get that out of me unless you really pry it, you know. So it's like two fucking completely different.
I think
you
when you come on the pod and the thing is to speak, right?
Yeah.
And you're with me and your brother, it's like it's natural at this point.
It's different.
But it's when you're like you go into a tattoo shop and you're like, oh shit, like you know what I mean? But I wish I had a bit more of that problem. You know, I have the opposite. Like I just think that like if someone tells me something about them, I'll quickly make it about myself somehow, and I don't mean to, but I'm just like, I'm thinking about my head. I'm like, oh, I've experienced that, so now they'll want to hear my experience, so we can relate. Yeah. But really, they just want me to listen and be like, yeah. So I'm trying to. Oh fuck it! I got to try and just
at
work
least you're
on
self-aware.
Well, I want to try.
At least you're conscious of it.
But the thing is, I'm at that point where, and you've touched on this with yourself, and like everyone's got their own thing, right? That they need to conquer or whatever, or get better at. And we always say this. We said this to each other, me and Tori. Tori has all the answers of what she needs to do to course correct whatever it is in her life, you know, like everyone does. She has all the answers, but she'll be like, yeah, I know I got to do this.
Yeah.
But I'll still do the opposite thing sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that thing where, I'm self-aware, but it's about kind of like learning how to be more engaged. And like, if I'm trying to chop you off, sorry bro. It's just because I'm intrigued in the convo. And you've got me hook, line and sinker. But there's a fine line. If someone doesn't know me, they're going to be like, this cunt just cares about himself and that's it.
Well,
you know
look,
what I mean?
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to straight up say this because you're my fucking mate. We're very close. We've known each other for a long time now. You're the guy at work that I fucking can't stand. And I'm like, this cunt is a fucking knobhead, right? But because I know you, I know how good of a person you are, and you're a fucking funny cunt. Like, we're close, right? So it's different, but...
Face value.
Yeah, but for me, it's like when I'm at work, I've been saying this for fucking since we've started this podcast. Sally White, bro, love that bitch. She said this on when she come on. She said this when she come on, right? It's why is it when like you're at work, it's the person, I've never had to tell anyone at work that I've got a podcast. Why? Because no one fucking asks about me. No one asks what I'm doing, what I'm fucking, what my hobbies are. It's always, yeah, man, on the weekend I fucking did this. Yeah, then my fucking kid did this. And then my son had to fucking take him here. And then I was like, oh my God. Like, and I'm like sitting there going, yeah, cool. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just like trying to like make it a conversation. And then the convo ends. It's not like, oh, what did you do, man?
They're like, yeah, see you later, bro.
Yeah, I'm not talking about my current job, by the way. My current job is very different. I've got a mate there. We're very close. We like the same things. But I'm talking like
the high vis community.
Yeah.
Bro,
the high vis community is crazy.
Oh, you would know.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, you can ask my fucking girlfriend that asphalt in construction, building, all that bullshit that I've done for most of my life was driving me bananas. I was coming home like wanting to cry of frustration because it's a shit job. It's hard work. And then to top it off, you're working with so much cunts that are just so self-absorbed. And I'm just sitting there going, what the fuck? I'm not connecting with anyone here. Not a single person here I can connect with. And I'm like, bro, this is so exhausting.
Yeah.
So,
but you also don't get the choice of who you show up to work with every day. Whereas it's almost like you get your mates chosen for you at work. You know what I'm saying?
I had this conversation with Rose the other day. It was funny. Just the other day, like 2 days ago or something. I was at work and there was this guy, like one of the big bosses or whatever was in, and then another like big boss of the different department was in, and they were talking to each other, and I was just standing there listening. And this guy, he's a good dude from the UK, was just yapping and yapping. And, you know, I could tell the other guy was waiting. He's like, all right, I got to get it. He's trying to get that. Yeah. Like, I got to go in. But, like, he's just sitting there. And this guy just kept going. And I'm standing there like, oh, my God, this guy's suffering. This other bloke is suffering.
You know what? What about you? Because you don't work in the high biz. What's that like in the office scene? Gossip. Surely it's not as bad. I feel like you guys would gossip more. You are like, oh, did you hear what they did? Like,
well, I mean, we work from home. I work from home 4 days a week. However, I did work there for 3 years, obviously in the office every day before COVID.
Yeah, how was that?
Very gossipy. Very gossipy. Like corporate culture is very, ours is more corporate, obviously. But it's very gossipy and very like, what's the tea? What's everyone doing? But still the same thing. Like the team that I manage, I know everything about their life, everything about their personal life. I know their kids. I know this because I have to some degree, right? Because they come to me for that. No one knows anything about my life. I prefer it that way, obviously. I prefer work and personal is always separate to me, but nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck what 26-year-old me is doing. Who cares? Like, you know what I mean? But also vice versa. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to know what you did on the weekend.
Yes.
I don't care. If you hear me ask, it's by obligation. Like, I genuinely don't give a fuck what you did on the weekend. So don't tell me.
And it's funny because there's these people that are like, you know, like these outgoing, bubbly people. They'll be talking to each other as two outgoing, bubbly people. They're just pretending they care about each other's story. Like, it's just pretend. They're playing a fucking character. It's just... yeah, if I'm not spoken to, I don't speak.
Yeah.
That's how I am in life. Like, other than this shit,
But then obviously, you know, what we're trying to get at from all this as well, you got to try build past that stepping stone. Like with us, like we're all friends. Like I've known you since I was a fucking kid. You were literally like fucking out the womb. I've known you basically. I've
just-
known
He
Joey
actually
for
cut the
that long.
umbilical cord.
Yeah, I cut the cord.
it's just it's self awareness. Like,
Like, yeah.
Joey has that self awareness, right? Like Joey
I'll still
knows.
annoy the fuck out of you, but
Joey knows he's being Mike Tyson. He's chewing someone's ears off, but like
or licking the ear.
He's it's just some people don't have that at all, and they just keep
Yeah.
going. Can you, Tori, pass that plate if you can,
Yep.
and we'll put them on. We'll play 'em.
While we get those ready, do you want to open up the
Community corner.
the questions, the fucking
Can we?
We get into the anonymous questions. We do got a few. I did a poll
Alright.
mostly because my missus was curious. But she said, when you buy meat or eggs, do you buy organic, free range, or you just buy the cheapest? You don't care. 15% said buy organic, 69% said buy free range, and 16% said cheapest.
I'm not gonna lie, me and Chloe usually do go for the free range.
Same.
Just because I've got this weird problem of the cheapest of anything, like, icks me out.
It's chat.
I look at it, I look at the price, and I'm like, I know that's chat. So I always usually tend to avoid it, which I know I probably shouldn't, because I know I probably would save a couple bucks. But
It's
I don't
not
know
worth it,
what
bro.
it is,
It's not
man.
worth it.
Yeah, I'm like, this is chat.
If you look at how they keep the caged chickens, it's fucking
What's chicken run?
torturous.
What's
man.
chicken run?
Horrible. At least free range. It's still not fucking ideal, but at least they're out. You know, they're
Yeah,
not locked in the
I
cage.
swear I've noticed on the free range eggs, which me and Tori buy free range from Aldi. Mainly because Tori goes, oh, the free range because they're free and and if you've noticed on the free range they have an open field out on some of the cartons.
On the cartons,
so
yeah.
they just go like, these chickens are happy just grazing in the
They're
field.
still inside all fucking.
Yeah. Meanwhile they're
fucked
like,
up.
fucking get in here, you little fuck.
And the cage ones is just a plank brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the chickens like in the bars like, help me.
Well, the organic ones are the only ones that actually mean or pasture raised.
Pasture raised,
means like they're literally out roaming, but they're
Yeah.
like $42.
Yeah, that's like the Vaucluse Northern Beaches chickens. You know what I mean? Like if there were if there were people in areas, there'd be those chickens.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know if you guys all knew this, right? Australia is actually currently, I don't know if you guys have noticed why eggs are so expensive. We actually are going through a chicken crisis where I think it was at the end of, Tori looked this up. I think
Bird flu.
it was at the end of 2023. There was a major bird flu that wiped out a lot of farmers' chickens, hence why eggs are in like a scarcity at the moment.
Yes,
didn't notice.
It was the avian influenza outbreak, which reduced the egg laying population.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well-
That's why if you're going to the fucking store and you're realizing why eggs are so expensive, that's why. Do some fucking research. You fucking cunts. All
ma-
of you.
or making
Heads
up-
in your phones.
On a different note,
Let's eat this while we read these
Yeah,
out.
eat the next one though. Because
What flavor is this?
So
Joey K?
this next one is chili lime. Okay, and if you've noticed, I think DZ's not even taken off his gloves. I think he's using the
that's
gloves.
what they're for.
That's what they're for.
Yeah, so I can touch my phone and shit after, and it'll be clean.
Okay, chili lime, and then Dylan can do the next little question. Remember ratings. Wow, you guys are really going into these. Jesus Christ. Oh no, you dropped the.
If DZ isn't dropping
It'll
drinks,
be like UFC commentary on the fucking.
Oh no, you dropped the.
oh, he's dropped his coming around the
Yeah,
outside.
let me
He's-
know. Let me know, guys, if you would like me to continue commentating. I'm gonna keep doing it anyway, but
Oh, look at the way he sucks that bone.
look at the way. Yeah, Iggy's a little.
I don't
slower.
think that one tastes as nice or is as spicy as the third one.
Okay,
to
so
me.
ratings. Sit on those ratings for a little bit. What would you give them?
I'll give it a 6.
Joey, put it in the bin
In
bag.
the boneyard.
Bone bag.
If we're talking like spice, I feel like the first one was hotter.
Okay.
But in terms
Overall-
of taste, I
overall
give
rating.
that 6.
I know that's your overall rating.
Yeah, 6. I'll give it a 6 too.
Okay.
It's creeping up a little bit. Not much.
Oh, that's a 7 for me. That's yum.
Okay.
See,
Iggy's-
notice that Iggy's is higher when it's less spicy.
Yeah.
Well, which is going to be all of us, right? But you thought the other one was spicier, true? as
Iggy,
well.
The
Your-
first one was spicy.
Your first score was a 9.
Yeah, no.
Would you say this one is still a 7?
Yeah, because like I said, that first one was the perfect level of spice.
Okay.
Before it gets a bit silly.
Okay.
Where I feel like I'm just trying to show off to my friends how hot I can.
I was gonna
you know
say
what I mean?
we can't show like showboat too much at the start because we'll be eating our words later.
Yeah, exactly.
Guaranteed.
That's yum.
The second poll I did before we get into these anonymous questions, I said, "What's your coffee of choice?" I'm actually interested in what you three drink. Flat white, 0%. No one drinks a flat white. Latte, 62%. Cappuccino, 15%. And a mocha, 23%. So latte wins by a mile. I'm a cappuccino kind of guy. I used to drink flat whites.
Mocha.
I used to. But yeah, I'm a cappuccino. What do you drink?
I'm a small double shot mocha guy.
Yes.
Everyone always asks, "Do you want sugar with the mocha?" No, dickhead. The sugar is the mocha.
Yeah.
But I get 2 shots of coffee
Yeah.
in a small to counteract a little bit the sweetness, and I just do that. Do I go to the toilet half an hour after? Maybe sometimes. Do I sometimes? Have I lately sometimes woken up in the middle of the night needing to shit aggressively at 3 a.m? Yes. But
And go to the hospital?
yes, but the double shot mocha is where it's at, guys. Everyone looks at me weird. Like I ordered a almond latte for a friend at work. Right? Do you want a coffee? Yeah. Okay, I'll go down the road get a coffee for us. Can I have an almond latte? The guy looks at me sideways, right? I go and I'm like, yeah, what if I'm bagging him out? Yeah. Blah, blah. And he goes, and can I get a double shot mocha? He goes, mocha, and I'm like, and I go. Yeah, but like it's the double shot though. Like it's the double shot coffee. And he's like, I don't know, man. And I'm like, fuck it up. So whatever, man.
Are you mocha?
Mocha.
What do you drink? You're a serious woman.
Long black.
Yeah,
Long black.
yeah,
dash of
Yeah, that's
Loves
right.
them
She
long
likes
and
the
black,
BBC.
yeah.
That's it.
She likes a long and black.
God, I'm just gonna go hang myself in my room after this.
She's so serious it wasn't even one of the options.
It's Joey's micro penis makes her upset every day.
Can I have a micro penis
Can I
latte?
please have a long black?
Micro penis
Well, you know what?
latte.
I'm thinking a micro penis latte.
Anyway, into these anonymous questions.
Woo!
This one says.
A micro penis latte is crazy.
This one says.
What do you drink, Chloe? Sorry, you're a fucking double almond latte shot, fucking juicy pussy. Stir it 2 times. Yeah.
What? Wait, what is that?
What?
Do you order one of those difficult coffees?
Yeah.
What'd she say in a Sargele?
Vanilla latte.
What is that? What'd you say?
What's in a Sargele?
Did you say a vanilla latte?
A vanilla latte.
that's not
okay,
that
a
bad.
vanilla latte. I thought she said a Sargele. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, you're one of those difficult coffees.
That's all right. That's all right.
Do you want to come say your order?
This person says
Oh, fucking hell.
Joey K is on the Crackhead Facebook page as an easy mark. This is from last week. You're talking about the butter chicken story.
Yeah.
I think.
I feel like the fans have slowly started to gravitate towards Joey's fucking shit that this guy's always.
It's low hanging fruit.
yeah.
Shit Joey
It really
says.
is. But I feel like that's been me. Like all throughout school. Like when I was growing up in school, right? I had some of my best mates going, I don't know what it is, man, but I just want to bully you, or like I just want to punch you in the face. And
Makes me sad.
yeah, but I don't know what it is.
sad.
But I was like, no one ever did. Like I never got bullied, ever. Like I was one of those guys that like I could have a laugh and I could, have a little quick passing with someone,
And then you
they'll laugh.
skeet, yeah, you make them laugh
But
and
then
skeet,
sometimes I do shit like you said. If you don't know me that well, I might say stuff where it might rub people the wrong way.
Yeah.
But then I just get out, I skedaddle.
Yeah, you skeet,
And
you
so many
skeet.
people when I was growing up, even like I said, best friends were like, man, like
I wanna
don't know
whack
what
ya.
it is. You just have a face I just want to hit. And I'm
I don't like that. That's shit.
That is fucking weird, though.
But I didn't let it. I was like, okay, like it's my face, like whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's like if you let it get to you, then it is what it is.
It's like there's always a group of boys, right? And there's always the one fella who cops the bullying, the teasing.
I copped it.
And see, that's shit to me. I've always thought
I copped it. Not
I don't
bullying.
like that.
Not bullying as in physical, but you know how you like make jokes.
The banter.
So
Yeah, the banter.
I wasn't as quick witted as I am now. So back in school, I would be like all for a laugh. But if I out of nowhere copped some shit coming my way, right, I wouldn't know how to like deflect and then hit back. I'd just be
Yeah.
like, yeah. So then I'd kind of be easy target.
Yeah.
Like you said, low hanging fruit. When you
Yeah.
said low hanging fruit, it brought me back to high school. I was like,
yeah.
oh my God. So I was like, wasn't bullied to the fact where I went home crying about it or I got shoved in the fucking locker. Not that we had lockers.
They're
This is
still your
banter.
boys.
This
Yeah,
is
they're still,
banter.
But
Like,
I've noticed I would be the one guy in my friend group that would cop the most shit because
That's it.
I take it.
It's
Yeah,
banter. They're your mate. They'll still be there if you called them, right?
Yeah.
But it's like there's one person who cops it the worst. That's always
Yeah.
like it's that caveman shit. You know what I mean? Like it's
You
human.
just pick on the weakest link,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
You're not the weakest link to me.
No,
Oh,
you're
thank
not,
you,
bro.
thank you.
Don't fucking-
I don't know why, but as a friend, like, do you know how some people, don't get me wrong, it might be your thing, might be your thing, a bit more your thing than your thing, but you know how some people, they get real close over bagging each other out. Don't get me wrong, we bag each other out, like a little bit on this pod, but sometimes when, I don't know if anyone can relate listening, but like, when you have mates, especially back in school, the abuse that you would cop from your best mates, right, it would get to the point where you're like, bro, like,
I hate this guy.
Yeah, like,
I'm gonna punch
why
on
am I friends with you again? But then you go, oh no, it's all love, like, you know.
Yeah.
But then it's like, at what point are you like, no, I feel like you're just being a cunt. You know what I mean? Like,
there is that.
There's a fine line,
There is
right?
there is that line. I do it like there is a line. Like me and my group is. You guys would know we banter fucking hard. We
Yeah.
banter hard, but
you guys have been friends for fucking ages.
yeah, I've
but-
known these fuckers since primary school,
Yeah.
bro. Like, you know what I mean? But there's also that there's also a fine line where, like, I wouldn't say something, you know, like, if I know you're going through some actual troubles in your life, I wouldn't bring that up and be like, oh, ha ha ha.
Yeah, how's your dad's cancer, you fuck?
Yeah. I'd be like, bro. I'd be like, come on. Like,
Yeah,
but, you know,
yeah.
you're just mucking around.
How many months has he got to live? 3.
yeah.
Anyway,
Fucking loser.
this person says,
Someone checked DZ's glasses. He probably has the quiz answers scratched into his lenses.
Bro, he
That
does.
sounds-
that?
that sounds like a megalodon
who
thing.
said
I
that?
don't know, but
He's got
Incredible.
these thick ass glasses. They're like this wide.
Yeah.
that sounds like megalodon's speech. But anyway, another person says, how many on a similar note to what we were just talking about, actually, how many fuck ups do you tolerate before you cut someone off entirely? Friend versus family member.
Ooh, fuck ups in how bad? Though.
Yeah, I think
Like,
it's
yeah.
not. I think it's not about the quantity. I think it's about you could just fuck up once.
It's
but
the crime.
If it's so far against or doesn't align with your values or you know what I mean. I think it's sometimes just about severity as well.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
at that stage in our life where, and as you get older, you don't have to tolerate 12 fuck ups from someone to be like, oh, all right, cutting ties.
Yeah.
If they wrong you and they do something, you know, I think it's severity. Yeah.
It's a bit different for us because we're like pushing 30. So it's kind of like if you're that old and you're still kind of like doing like just being like a weirdo, like you don't have you're being mean, you're hurting people's feelings. It's a
Yeah.
bit weird at that point. Like you're 30
You're
years
pushing
old.
30, motherfucker. Me and Tori are mid-20s.
Oh yeah, well I cut Tori's umbilical cord, so she's like 15 still. But
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like me and you, like
Yeah.
the majority of the groups we're pushing 30, so it's kind of like a bit. Yeah, I don't know about fuck ups though. Do you mean for me fuck ups as in like at this point in my life, right? I've been friends with the same people for over close to 15 years. If it got to the point where like I needed help and I was like, Tori, come, something's happened. I need you bad, and she just goes, oh nah, that fucking I'm waiting for my fridge. I'd be like. Okay,
Yeah.
bro.
The
Like, what?
yeah, that would have an impact.
You know
on
what?
it, yeah.
Then I'd be like, okay, well then fuck this bitch. She obviously doesn't
Yeah.
care about me.
Yeah.
But if it's like something stupid, I'm like, okay, who cares? Whatever. It's
Yeah,
allowed. But I
exactly.
feel like there's a bit of a yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's the same, man. It's just severity. It's not.
Yeah.
But then it also does come down to the amount of times. Also, like it's like one big thing, as in one major thing, fuck up could end it.
Yeah.
But then also 10 little things
ones.
that you haven't brought up to them maybe.
But it just shits you
But
up.
you're like,
Yeah.
Taking a
fuck
piss.
this motherfucker. You know,
Yeah.
so it's, I know, man. It's kind of one of those tricky things where you're like, is it worth having your energy just drained from you and by the same person? So, I mean, people can redeem themselves, but it's like, I think it's about maybe addressing face value, what those issues are. And after you voice them, if they're like, yeah, bro, sweet, and then they keep doing it again,
Yeah.
it can get tricky, you
Take
know.
a
But
piss.
and then it's a matter of the connection as well of what these two people have. But at the end of the day, like when you get older, you do have little time. Like there's so little time, man. Week to week, our weeks are booked, right? I'm talking even if you have your time and you and Chloe's time, you got to nurture your relationship with Rose, mine with Tori. Then you got to have your own time because you like your own time. Then you got to do day trading. You got to try and get music in. I got to try and get some work in. Get the gym in.
DJing.
Get the,
Yep.
you know what I mean? But then now when you have this person that's constantly kind of just like sapping energy from you, you're just like, I need to part ways.
Yeah.
I couldn't really get when I was younger when people go, keep your friend circle small, like blah, blah, blah. I definitely don't have a small friend circle, but with that friend circle that I have, It has, as I've gotten older, kind of diminished a little bit. I have acquaintances. I have friends that I value as friends, but they're not the ones that I would kind of go, hey, let's go for lunch or let's go for a coffee. But when a birthday's on, I'll see them.
You got to use your judgment, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if something someone's doing is impacting your life and your way of living, then you will naturally know when to cut them off.
If you are hanging around someone who doesn't make you feel good,
Cut them off.
done.
Yeah,
That's
heavy.
it.
That's it, bro. It's not hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, again, I'm pushing 30, not Tori, I cut her umbilical cord, but like me and Joey, we're pushing 30. If I'm 30 years old and I'm hanging out with someone and I'm sitting there going, feeling weird and uncomfortable, then it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah, agreed.
But I feel like the friend group we've built, especially since high school and
Yeah.
primary school, it's a solid group, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But if you're sitting there and say, for example, you're going out with drinks with your homie, the homie brings homie from fucking the school down the road, and then you're kind of sitting there feeling weird around this cunt, not because you've just met someone. That's a bit different. When you first meet someone, it might be a bit awkward. I don't know. I'm a bit of an extrovert, so like Joey, I like the attention on me, so I usually make it about myself, so I don't have to worry about that. But if you're a bit more introverted, it's a bit different. You kind of give it a couple times, all right, you're just being shy. But if you're dead set sitting there going, okay, now this guy's making me feel like uncomfortable, then obviously it's...
Yeah, he's probably a predator.
Well, I've said it multiple times on this show. You guys, you and Tori, have...
We're the Whitakers.
Since the beginning, you've had a very unique friend group, and you're very lucky. You're very lucky to have that friend group. But before I read this next one, I think we should...
Your friend group is like the
Yeah.
Whitakers.
We are.
Like, literally.
Literally. It's...
Wait, which one's the
It's
top row A?
left,
Yeah.
left to right, right?
this one.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was facing that way. Yeah.
Let's eat this motherfucker. This is number 3,
Oh,
right?
these are like little disheveled ones. What happened here?
Hey, don't let the size fool you.
The hot
Don't let
sauce.
the size fool you.
The hot sauce
I know
is
Tori
disintegrated.
Tori gets long blacks, but every now and then.
Please give me a long
My
black.
favorite.
Well, do you know the,
Calm down.
do you know the name of this?
Huh?
Do you know the name?
This is third?
Tori's long black. No, this one is
Small black.
sriracha. This is
Are
sriracha.
you sure?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Sriracha these nuts, baby.
Oh, that's hot.
Sriracha.
It's got hair on it, motherfucker.
Okay, so back to the commentary. Everyone's going into this. Iggy, why are you eating like that? What's going on? Oh, he's concentrating. Okay.
That's hot. Are you sure that's third?
I have to. Yeah, no, it's not that hot.
You sure?
It's hotter.
third. Yeah, are you sure?
Sriracha.
That's pretty yum.
Sriracha is a bit.
Does that
sriracha
taste? What,
is-
yeah, what taste are we feeling?
So
right now?
sriracha is very standard stock off the shelf kind of thing, but that does have a bit of kick.
I
Bone
put that
broth.
on everything.
That's hot.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
hot.
good. I like that.
But
man.
it's like
Okay,
doable.
whoever's chewing, get away.
What did I give the? It's always going to be him. What
That's
did I
hot.
give the last one?
You're right. It's always
Dylan,
guys.
you gave chili lime the last one 6, and you gave the first one 8.
All right. Well, I'll give this a 7. Good
Okay.
middle. It's pretty hot. I'm going to drink this milk.
So
for the
we're
first
cracking
time.
Yeah,
into
see,
the.
that's-
I mean, it's not milk. It's
See, that's where I draw the line at that one. So we're only 3 in. That's not good.
this smells off.
That's not good at all.
I think that one
It's
Still-
only number 3 is 12. This
still to
motherfucker-
me,
Joey?
I still give that a 6 just because it is hot. Sriracha, I've never really been a massive fan, even though a lot of people do eat it. I kind of bypass sriracha. It's not really my thing. Maybe on a bit of mee goreng every now and then, but
Yeah, I'm
That-
not a fan of sriracha.
yeah,
All right, Iggy, what do you give it?
It was getting hotter.
That's a 6.
it is.
6.
That is only number 3 as well, guys.
And the milk is warm.
Yeah, well, because you guys have been
We
leaving.
left it
I
out
was
so long.
thinking that you should put it back in the fridge.
Can we get a bucket?
It's not. It's not
this
milk.
till I vomit.
It's not milk. This third one says. I also asked on Instagram, "What's your favorite Firecast moment?" This says when Friendly Fire said MDMA grows on trees.
Let it go, man. All right, let it go.
This one says when you did the Christmas special with the therapist Aussie slang.
Yeah, shout
Had a
out to
good
you.
time.
Actually, we got a sad announcement about that. Actually.
Oh yeah, we
We'll-
should probably mention.
We'll bring that up after this. Keep going.
No, mention it now because there's no more about him. So we should just.
Okay, so as you guys know, on my record label, I've got Aussie Slang, psychologist,
He was streaming and
who was streaming. And this is actually a psychologist. He studied this at university and shit. Like, he's got the degree, everything. Not just like a mate who's like,
Yeah.
gets on the bender and is like smart.
The
Like,
mum of the group.
Yeah, this guy's like a proper psychologist.
He didn't start a podcast and start giving advice.
Yeah. He's a proper psychologist. He's got all the degrees from uni and that. Unfortunately, we've been speaking and he's decided to, for now in his life, cut ways from the Trip Jacker Mafia record label. purely work-based, which I totally understand. I thought this was going to probably happen a lot sooner. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did.
But he is still doing shit, and he has said he's keen
Yes.
for collabs and shit in the future.
He still
so,
wants to do
yeah.
collabs, but just at this moment in life, at this point in life, work is getting hectic. And I'm talking like me and him talked obviously on like phone calls here and there, which I'm not going to release. I'm not going to say what we spoke about, but like this guy, what he does for work, bro.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
He's a bigger man than me, man. I'll just say
if you
that.
want to talk draining, like
Oh.
we work 8 hours, whatever. We go home.
Bruh.
We might work a bit of OT, whatever, but that's it, right? When you're doing 8 hours a day
of
that
solving
shit,
other people's problems.
Yeah, you're taking on other people's
forget. Yeah, maybe it'll make you easier. It'll make it easier to navigate your own feelings. But also, how would you even have time to process what you're going through when you're trying to take on someone else's shit and give them the proper advice and be their strong foundation? So I can only imagine what he's going through. But that shit, he loves it though, and you can tell I feel like one of those jobs where you got to love it.
It's passion.
If you're one of those jobs, or it's a government job,
Nah, he loves helping people.
or you're something like that, you have to
hot.
love it.
That's hot, man.
Yeah, the fact that Aussie slang likes helping people is hot. That is actually
That last wing was hot. That's number
sorry.
3. That's
Nah.
number 3.
That's what I said. Are you sure you got the order right, lad?
swear to God.
Swear to mothers?
Yeah, swear mum.
Can I see the pictures, please?
It's pretty. Yeah,
Because that was
I trust it.
fucking
I think you got it right. But
I don't
that's-
trust this idiot at all.
No,
That
it
was
is, but I'm telling
spicy
you,
as.
I'll tell you what they do. They trick you.
I don't trust this idiot at all.
They trick you because the first one was bacon, chili, lime, and then sriracha. You know, sriracha isn't. It's a very
It
very
tastes
low.
like sriracha.
Yeah.
It tastes like sriracha.
Sure, that was the third one, man.
Yeah, man.
That was fucking hot.
Yeah, I'm
Keep in
telling
mind,
you.
he has been marinating them for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I marinated them for 24
But
hours.
I'm just thinking how we eating the whole wing on the next ones. But anyway,
that's hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, long story short, shout out Aussie slang, bro.
The
We
label's
appreciate
one man smaller.
one man smaller,
That's
but
all right.
you know, things in the future are always open to.
He was dead weight anyway.
And
I'm joking.
this next one says the time Joey joined the crew. Well,
Ooh.
that's very wholesome.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This person says
Just suck me off, why don't you?
Yeah, Dr. Suck Me
Yeah,
Off.
fucking hell. joking.
when you did the 100 episode special and got too drunk.
That was
my
a fucking
God.
disaster. Again,
I can't
your
believe-
fault.
Yeah.
You little bastard.
I can't believe wait, why was it my fault?
Because you were giving us these fucking monster whiskey shots.
Yeah.
Bro, in the video, right, I went back and reviewed the footage. I'm like, bro, what happened here? Because I was feeling fine. And we started off doing the shit whiskey. And we're all going, yeah, give us a shit whiskey. And I see this guy in the video grab the good whiskey. And he's filling them to the top. And we've all just gone clink. And then you just see me just go... The life just starts going out of me. I was like, oh.
I swear at one point you were hunched over lower than the mic.
yeah,
we,
yeah.
we had to wrap up the episode without him. Because he went inside.
That's right.
Bro,
I remember watching that.
It's so funny. The background's falling down. It's getting dark, and we're outside, so you can't see.
Yeah,
It's
that
like
was
it's a
fun.
guy. We're dressed in suits.
I feel like that'll be a mad when eventually, like years down the track when we're still doing this.
That's
it'll
funny.
be so fun to go back and see if we could somehow get a few second snippets over the years to be like see the backyard setup that we had.
I reckon for 200 we do that again. That thing, the suits, and we just get blown. That was funny
I
as
reckon
fuck.
every 100 we'll do suits.
We get fucked
suits and
up.
cigars.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
This person says, ask each other a question. If they don't answer, do a shot. No, because we're going to do the quiz next after this, and then we're doing a fucking shot of whoever loses.
Has
is
to do a
doing-
shot. Yeah,
of
true.
that-
Okay,
of
I
that
love
chili
how
sauce.
fast he went. No, we're not doing that.
No, because we're already tipsy,
Yeah.
man. We don't even have shots anyway. What are we going to shot?
Whiskey.
Beer? Yeah,
Dubliner.
Nah, fuck that.
What do you mean? That's what we agreed on.
You'll do it if you
We
want.
could shot the Dubliner. It's honeycomb. It is
Yeah.
honeycomb. If you're gonna shot anything,
Have
it's
you
gonna
ever
be that.
tried to suck your own dick?
Be honest.
No.
Yeah.
Get the shot. Get the
Joey
shot. He's lying.
Joey tried it the other night. Remember?
Whoa, Tori, you shit, right?
Okay, listen. This is why couples don't podcast together because they overshare. So what happened was I was like, listen.
She came home from work, opened
Yeah.
the door. Joey's with his legs behind
Yeah.
his head.
No, I was trying to help him.
Yeah, she was trying to help me get like up there. So what happened was she was like, do you know how like, have you ever like rolled back on your back, but you roll on your upper back,
And
right?
your legs go
and your
up.
legs go behind you.
Yeah.
So she's like, just try and like get your legs up over. And I'm just like, all right, sweet. So I'm trying to get my legs up over on the fucking.
By the way, he's naked.
the bed.
Yeah.
I'm fully, because I sleep naked, right?
Yeah.
So my hole is just opened. You know when your
Yeah, yeah.
hole's that open,
It's a
where you
cave.
feel the wind going like.
Yeah, a fly.
Yeah. Like, it's actually sometimes like a suction thing.
Alright.
Like if the hole's open a bit,
Okay.
it suctions in. And
Okay.
anyway, but so I was that far over, and I was flaccid, right? But but even then, no one is sucking. Bro, I'm trying to just get over on this thing, and I'm like, and my thought is always when me and Tori are doing weird shit in the bedroom, I'm always like, imagine if one of my mates walked in right now, and she's like, why would your mates walk in? I'm like, I don't know. She goes, keep trying to suck your own dick. But yeah, no, I was unsuccessful. One day, I'm doing hot yoga a lot, so maybe one day I'll get into that cobra pose where I can suck my own dick.
And that's why she orders a long black.
yeah.
This guy can't do
Yeah,
it. He
so she
doesn't
orders
have
the
the
long
length
black.
on him.
No.
That's fucking crazy,
So, what I'm trying to say is it gay to if you could suck your own? No. Listen.
We said this last week.
Yeah, but like, is it though?
No.
I don't
gay.
think it's gay. I think it's just
I think it's
inquisitive.
gay if you suck to completion because, but then again, you get pre-cum in your mouth.
I think trying to see if you could do it
Is gay.
That's
pretty gay.
That's
No,
not gay. But
no,
sucking your own cock.
Yeah.
like as in like going like
I
like
mean,
full like
yeah,
doing all
that's
the,
pretty
like if
gay,
you're
man.
looking up and down the shaft.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, can we move on to the
Yeah,
next
all
one?
right.
I really
reckon-
want to stick with this one though. I really
Whip
want to.
that
Okay,
out.
whatever.
Yeah.
The last one, if you could do, there's a couple more, but they're all shit we've answered before anyway.
I really think sucking your own dick
If
was
you
hot
could
news.
do one job, we've answered this too. If you could do one job, what would it be? For me, it'd be this, man. This music.
I think we did
all
this
shit.
Yeah, we
question
did
the
do
other-
this.
Yeah, music,
I said some
baby.
bullshit answer that I probably didn't even mean.
So should we do the quiz first, or should I tell you what this furry said to us?
I think you
I'm
should
eat-
do a wing
I'm
first.
eating this right now.
And then the furry.
What flavor is this?
Can I? Let's do this wing, and then I'm gonna talk. If you remember a couple episodes back, we were talking about this furry that messaged us on.
Shout out, man.
Someone said they were furry. They reached out, and they are. This is genuine. All right, I'm telling you, 100%.
It is legit.
They joined our Discord, and then I got all these links in my bio. Right, so this person's, and they were kind enough to answer a couple questions for us.
Which,
so
thank you.
After we eat this wing, this is number 4.
Yep.
I'll tell you, and if you're curious and you want to know a bit more about the
So-
furry world,
Like, listen, right? We say some jokes all the time. We might say some unhinged things. I might say some things that are a bit OTT. Joey will say some things that are sometimes I have to fucking cut out of the episode because they're just so unhinged. We generally love everyone here. Everyone is welcome
it's just common
and
sense.
accepted from us on our end.
Yeah.
Especially
Of course, yeah.
in this community on this show. Just sometimes, yes, we might say some funny shit. Again, we're from West Sydney where we're used to hard banter.
Yeah.
Sometimes the banter comes across as aggressive. Like Joey always makes this joke about me and my fiance where it's like we sometimes banter so hard where it's like if you don't know us, you might be like, what the fuck? These two like actually hate each other. But no, it's just like that's just how we are. Like the banter is strong. So if we're not trying to offend anyone, right? If you do get offended, then obviously fuck off and go listen to Ellen DeGeneres because like at the end of the day, we're not trying to offend
Honestly,
people.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
Like-
she's the best example right
yeah,
now.
she's
But
a
anyway.
bitch. And,
Yeah.
But I think if you watch the show and you know us, it comes across in jest anyway, right?
Yeah.
But anyway,
let's eat this wing.
Let's eat this wing. This is number 4.
This next wing is number 4, and it is Cajun hot sauce. So
go.
still, unfortunately, boys, we're still kind of in the shallow end here.
Oh no, it's not good
Like
at all.
Cajun isn't hot, apparently.
Our commentator's on their phone.
No, I'm writing this down. Sorry. Cajun. Okay. Joey's really going ham there. Wow. You guys are all going ham on this one. This one's a little bit easier. Okay. Iggy. Processing. Silent processing. Iggy's struggling, guys. He was struggling on the second one.
isn't good at all, bro. That's not as hot as the last one.
Is it giving
I'll tell you
Cajun?
what, it's giving chemical. It's a bit
that's-
more. It's
that's
a bit
fly
more.
spray.
Yeah,
Fly spray.
it's a bit more like made in the lab.
Fly spray also is because Iggy's been going.
Yeah.
Okay, and this
Yeah.
fly is right near me.
It's hot, man. Yeah, that's hot.
That is a bit hot.
Joey hasn't had the milk once.
I haven't had the meal. Like I said, guys, I'm a veteran. I have been smearing hot sauce on my asshole for years. I don't know what else to do with it. I think Cajun is like, I think because I know the names, like Cajun isn't supposed to be hot. Yes, it is a bit hot, But like, I know what we're in for. Like I said, guys, there's Ass Blaster on this, so let's just wait until we get to that
Okay,
one.
so ratings.
Seriously, bro, can I start this?
That's
in
a
terms
4.
of taste, that's I was going to say 4 or 3
Yeah, that's
in terms
not
of
good at
taste.
all.
But
Give
that's,
me one score, please,
Okay.
Joey. You
see
said
that passive aggressiveness? That's what I live for. 4.
4?
4
Yeah.
out of 10.
Okay, Dylan.
Was that okay?
I'll give it a 4.
Iggy.
It's a 3.
Okay.
This also shows to me that we definitely did it wrong last time. Because they're way hotter this time.
These are
already.
hot as,
And
bro.
the other one, this is just Amazon. You paid what, $150 or
I
something?
paid $150 for hot one sauces, and don't get me wrong, it was the preparation. Like I said, Tori, I was gonna take him out, and Tori said, "Leave them in the bag."
I
And I
thought
said,
you guys
"I
wanted
go,
the full
but they're already
experience."
cooked," and she's like, "Leave them in the
Okay.
residual
It's okay.
sauce."
It's okay. It's hot, but it's okay.
Fuck, these are
Anyway,
hot.
so
But Chloe, actually get that pot. Get that pot. Because I'm going to fucking vomit when I scold this milk. I'm telling you right now.
Just don't have the milk. Have the alcohol.
That's fucked. That's hot as. Well, number 4, bro.
Yeah, but trust me, alcohol helps. It's cold.
Won't it be better though if you fucked up the order though and it gets easier?
I haven't. No, that's the troubling thing is I haven't fucked up the order. Like I know for a fact I had it down to a science.
I'm getting tears in my eyes.
So is Dylan.
Are you 100% positive that order is correct?
Yeah, 100%.
Look at this fucking bucket. What?
We literally got a vomiting bucket for Iggy right now.
my tongue is on fire.
Do you want me to read this stuff out?
I think I can manage.
Okay.
Bitch.
Yeah, why? He never wants me to look at his phone.
Oh, you can. It's just. I mean,
Right, so these
It's
are
the cut-off sentences for me.
This is
because
the
there's some things in this conversation that aren't necessary. So it's a bit
Okay.
like I'm gonna.
Okay.
Um,
You guys should have brought ice cream like they do in hot.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
all right. So shout out JDM, man. JDM.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Says, hello, I found your podcast on TikTok and came across a video about furries on my FYP, so I thought I might shoot a message and see what happens. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Sick cunt.
So I said, yeah, you know, typical shit. Yeah, I just said, tell us a little bit about yourself, mate. And he says, I'm a 21-year-old male. I've worked as a security and defense contractor for the past 3 years, working in places like Papua New Guinea, South Africa, and United States.
Ooh.
I've been in the fandom for about 5 years now, and I've been to about 8 different conventions, 1 in Australia, 2 in Europe, and 5 in the States. I said, so do you always play the same character, or do you have multiple costumes you like to wear? And do you only dress up for the conventions, or are you always in character, right? So like we said last time, there's 2 types of furries.
Yes.
You know? This guy said, I only have the one OC due to how much I've spent on it. Now, the OC thing is important, right? I said, what is your costume? Is it full mascot-like costume, or how much did it cost you? This person says, I don't have a suit yet due to work restrictions. Most of my money has gone into commissions, e.g. my profile picture. The art alone has costed me a total of 4,300 USD. So you see this profile picture here? It's like a green little mythical creature.
Yeah.
He's paid someone $4,000 to create that from scratch.
I
for
could
him.
make that on Canva.
So I'll tell you what this is.
That's nice, though. That's a cool picture.
Like I
They
said,
take it serious.
like I said, before I roast the fuck out of this person, right? Know that I love you, whoever you are. This is for comedic purposes
Be
only.
nice.
I am.
Comedic purposes only.
Be
But
nice.
if you're spending 4,000 American dollars for a visual on your online profile,
But some people are passionate
But
about
they,
it.
they get into look. He explains a little bit more about that, right?
Okay.
So I said, so
I'll
you,
refrain.
I said, so you pay a designer to create a character for you, and that becomes your furry identity. Does it always stay the same? He said, for me, I paid an artist for a commission on a character I designed, but wasn't able to draw in a high quality. As for keeping it the same part, most people have more than one. Oftentimes, they are different species. Back in 2022, I had a friend commission a VR chat avatar for an event called Virality, which merges a physical convention with a digital meetup.
So he went hard, which I
Yeah.
respect, bro. Because if it was for me, for example, for music, right? I can't even tell you how much money I spent on music gear. If I told the average person how much I spent on music, you'd probably look at me and go, "You're a fucking idiot." There we go. There we fucking go.
DZ has
You spill first, though.
Actually, yeah, Iggy did spill first.
Anyway, there's only a few more of
Motherfucker
these.
got all over my arm.
Sorry,
My
bro.
lips are burning and shit.
I said,
hell.
all right. I said, what is it about the furry community that attracts you to it? And this is a pretty, heartfelt story, right? It says, it was in early 2020, I was called out to an RCR with state emergency services. In short, the call was pretty traumatic and I was doing well until a friend reached out and offered me to take me to a local meet/convention. From there, I met some pretty nice people that helped me out. So I'd have to say it's how welcoming and kind the people that are attracted to this community are.
Fuck with
So
that,
they
man.
had some traumatic experience at work, and it was
Yeah.
a very welcoming, open community.
I respect that, bro.
I said, "What is an RCR?" First of all, and he says a road crash rescue. Depending on the area, state emergency services respond to them. Usually rural communities where they may not have an auxiliary firefighting team or station.
Wow.
And that was pretty much the end of the conversation.
I'm still lost on what the fuck the whole point of it is, to be honest. But like,
So-
is it to just feel a part of a community? Like, I don't, like I said, I don't mean to roast this dude, right? I do, but I don't. Like, I'm not like, oh fuck this guy. But like, so what is the point of spending $4,000 American on his identity online? Like, what does that get him?
So hold
It's
on a
just
second,
because
right? So I'm going to split this up, right? Between the difference between you and this person, right? This is his
Passion.
hobby, passion per se.
okay.
What's your hobby?
Jerking off. No, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
I didn't think that could be a hobby.
No, bro, people go balls deep, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, for you will never understand it because you don't have that thing that you go balls deep into.
Okay,
That
so
fire.
let's just say if you like snowboarding, you got to buy the board, you got to buy the
Yeah. You
blinds,
buy the boots,
you got to
you
buy
buy
the
the gear,
season
the
pass
helmet.
for the snow. You got to buy this,
Exactly.
you got to. And then, other than having that online presence, right? Does he get does he or she? Is it he or she?
It's a dude.
Does he get costumes and he goes to certain like functions or is it just the online presence?
So there's two types of furries, right?
Yeah.
This dude is a convention furry, right?
Yes.
So it's a big mascot costume. He'll eventually get
Yes.
it made. He told me, and
So you keep thinking about the fucking
sorry,
dudes that
I
are
think-
shitting in litter
Yeah,
boxes
exactly.
and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, you're getting confused.
Okay.
This guy's not a shitting in a litter box
Okay.
guy, at least I hope. Or I think.
no,
but
he's a convention dude.
He's a convention
right?
furry.
So he only shits in litter boxes at conventions.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
You're getting you're thinking of the cunts that are
Yeah.
doing it like at
Cat
home and
It's
shit.
it's so funny because like usually like I feel like I don't know, maybe call me closed-minded or whatever, but like I just think if you're into snowboarding, you're into this, you're into that, you're getting something out of it by doing that physical thing, right? Maybe he is getting something out of it by going to these conventions, right? But $4,000 for an online presence is insane, bro. But like it is what it is. But like I mean, I don't know where he's from, or is he from?
He's
around
Australia.
Australia. I didn't know that this community was that big at all. But man, I mean, I guess
Well,
there is something for everyone.
Like
you know?
he said, most of the conventions he went to were in the US, and he sounds like he's got a well-paying job.
Yeah.
Right? So it's anyway. I just thought this conversation was interesting to bring up since we talk about it so
Yeah.
much, and we can actually see the
From
inner
the
workings.
inside.
From
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
who actually does it. Yeah.
And it, like it's like you said, right? Like snowboarding. That's a good example.
And what, did he
It's
say
like
a
anything.
specific animal that he was?
Well, it's that profile picture. He doesn't have a suit yet. He said so. He's just been to these conventions as a person.
I wonder what animal.
and-
what animal? He
Okay,
would
think
be.
of it though, which I also kind of understand though, right?
It was like a lion.
Can you imagine going to a company? I don't even know where you'd begin to do this. Can you imagine going to a company who makes suits and then showing them a picture and then saying, I need you to make me this fucking suit from scratch? They're instantly going to sit there and go,
This guy doesn't get laid.
but not just, well, they're going to go, okay, we can do it from scratch, but it's going to cost you fucking $3,000.
It costs a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of money.
And if you're into it,
And if you're into
you
it,
can afford it.
You're going to fucking do it. You know what I'm saying?
But anyway.
So
Shout out
I get it. I get
JDM.
it. I get
Thank you for
Yeah,
taking the
shout out,
time
man.
to
Yeah.
respond to us.
yeah.
Tori, I think before we do Man of the Week, let's eat that. While we're suffering, we'll do Man of the Week.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And then the loser maybe has to take a spoonful of the first sauce.
No, the loser's doing a fucking shot. That's what we said. and we're not changing
No,
it
we
now.
said a spoonful of hot sauce. We never said a
no.
shot.
We said in the inbox a shot.
So this is number 5. Although
Yeah.
This bitch was a seed when I met her.
she's my age,
a little
man.
seed.
Like, it's not that.
No, but I feel like she was a seed.
And do you know what's funny is that I was friends with both of you at the exact same time. On the weekends, I'd hang out with you. And
during the week with him,
Yeah, and then we go
During
to school.
school.
And then we go to school together.
They got a Red Rooster.
Yeah,
and
well,
shit.
we know she likes keeping it in the family.
Right, it was me. It was me, Aaron,
Did you get that?
Josh Pearce, and who was the third?
That is disgusting.
Aaron, Josh, Pierce.
It was just us,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, and just
Me,
us five.
Pierce, Josh,
Do you know
you
what's so
and
funny? I was
Aaron.
talking to, wasn't I talking about that the other day? About, was it with you that I was talking about?
I hope it was. What other guy were you speaking to?
No, we were talking about how we always used to hang out. We'd go to Red Rooster.
Oh, yeah, and you were telling me how he locked his car in there. And
Yeah,
this
oh
and
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Anyway, this is number 5 before we do
Joey.
Men of the Week.
So
I'm pretty sure Dr. Thundergod's got this all jumbled up, bro.
He
'cause
has
this
it.
is-
I,
What
I
sauce?
promise you, I haven't.
What
so,
sauce is this?
Give us
So
a
was the
lowdown.
last? Was the last one? Was that 5?
No,
Number 4.
Number 4 was
So I'll tell you
Kate.
what's crazy. This one is called original. So
Just original.
yeah, original hot sauce.
All right, there we go.
Cheers.
It might not be as bad. Hang on.
Here we go, boys. 150, man.
Salud.
So this is just original.
Arriba, abajo, pa'l centro, adentro.
Dig in. Dig in. Yummy, yummies. Okay, Dylan. Joey, chill on
That's
the
fine.
facial expressions. Whoa, what's going on there? Dylan.
It's hot.
It's
That's
hot.
all right.
It's okay.
The gloves are driving me insane.
that's nuts.
Like,
Yeah, it's crazy that Dylan is literally like you have the right idea.
I feel like that's very on brand for you, though, Dylan.
That's what they're for.
It's very on brand.
Yeah, I
for
feel
you.
like when Dylan fingers someone, he uses
fingers
gloves.
someone. He has a partner.
No, but I'm saying in the past, like before Rose.
He's been with Rose
Why-
for.
Oh wait,
Well, I've been
how
with
long have you
Rose
been with Rose for
since we
now?
were 14.
Bro, that is. Okay, I keep
Since the
forgetting that. I'm
umbilical
sorry.
cord,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
So when he fingers Rose, he uses gloves.
Okay, anyway, let's not
Anyway,
talk about
whatever.
that.
Why would I use my hands that I'm using my phone and shit with, covered
No,
in
no,
chicken
trust me.
grease, when I
You-
got these disposable cartoon gloves I can just fucking throw away after?
Well-
You do you.
Yeah,
Okay, ratings, please. Joey, would you like to go
that,
first?
that was like
That was fine.
That's better
yeah.
than the
I was
last.
like
So
6.
that was supposed to be number 1.
That was yum.
6.
Dylan.
Boneyard. I'll give that a 6. Yeah.
Okay.
7.
Yeah, Dylan.
Iggy.
7.
7.
Actually, I'll give it a 7, sorry, because the last one
were
I did
yum.
6.
but
right?
but in flavor as well. We're not just talking about spice.
Yeah,
as
flavor,
well.
flavor.
Okay.
I'll give it a 7 flavor. It's pretty yum.
I'm talking about all enjoyability right now. That's what I'm talking about. Is that even a fucking word?
Enjoyable enjoyability.
okay. Is that a word?
Crazy.
Let's go Man of the Week, man.
Let's do it. All right, here we go.
Okay, cool. So
Anyone, guys, guess who that was just then?
You guys got your little fucking blow torches on the table somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, so the quiz that we are doing is science.
As we are scientists.
Yes, a little bit of biology, bit of science, some chemical. I don't know. I just googled some questions. So I've got 15 questions. Some of them are multiple choice. I will let you know if it's multiple choice. You have to pick one, or
Joey?
if it's just or if it's just one. Give me an answer.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So the first one. How long does it take?
Is this multiple choice?
Hold on a second.
You tell me first.
Do I tell you first?
No,
Yeah.
of
Is it-
course.
is-
No. You
yeah.
keep doing what you're doing.
No, I think before the question is
Because then I'm
announced,
just gonna
is it
go-
yeah, he's right. He's right. Is it
No.
multiple choice or not? This first one.
It is multiple
Okay,
choice.
so we
Okay.
wait for the
Well,
answers. All right.
see,
Unless you know it.
Okay. How long does it take the Earth to do one full rotation?
365 days.
Yes.
Give me that
Wow.
point, baby.
Okay.
Clever.
Dr. Suck Me Off.
Wow.
Suck me off.
Suck me is the first name and then Hoff
Okay.
is the second. Suck me Hoff.
Okay. This one is also multiple choice.
Yep.
You have to pick which one. What is cooling lava called?
Oh, I know this.
Magma.
Correct.
Sounds
Yes.
like another word for
Close. That
semen,
was
to be
close.
honest with you. Swallow my magma, you fucking slut.
All right, 1-1.
1-1. What? This is multiple choice.
Take this fucking
All
magma.
right, Joey.
Okay, sorry.
What is Shut up! You're throwing me off. This is multiple choice. What is faster, sound or light?
Light.
Yeah.
Yo, you're on the ball here,
I
right?
know my scientific equations like MDMA grows on trees, you bitches.
Scientific.
Woo!
Scientifical.
This is year 1 science, man. All right,
Don't say that. I'm on 0.
Exactly.
He's quick, he's
and
quick.
yous have been drinking.
Let's go.
This is multiple choice. Which of these is a gas at room temperature?
Like how she pauses.
Carbon, lead, mercury, oxygen.
Give it to Joey.
Carbon.
No.
Sorry.
I think
Go.
you go. All right, because
Iggy?
is that how it works?
What are the choices again?
No.
I'm allowed to ask the choices.
No, you can't.
What? I don't even remember what you said.
I think you have to ask the choice.
yeah.
Because she's not giving it. She's
Whatever.
Not,
whatever.
she's
all
not
right.
giving him
He's
any.
already, he's already in the lead.
Go on.
Lead, mercury, oxygen, carbon, gibbon.
And you said carbon.
Isn't Gibbon a monkey?
It's oxygen.
Yes, correct.
You said carbon.
Well, fuck. I don't know, bro.
I said carbon.
Leave my baby alone.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the
No
question.
way you said carbon.
Leave my baby alone.
Okay, so what? 3?
Iggy is on 3. Yeah.
Let's go. I'm going to win my first man of the week.
And okay.
Well, don't get ahead
Hey,
of
he's
yourself,
30 years
Mark.
old. Joke.
Okay, this one is not multiple choice. Just give me the answer. How many bones are in the human body?
Whoa.
Wow.
That
Just
was-
one. My
You know,
dick.
I don't even know the answer.
But I
luck.
know the ballpark. It's
So how do we want to do this?
208.
We got to go the closest.
Okay, all right.
Alright.
208.
208.
183.
I think it's like 350.
Don't start
That's
with
definitely wrong.
that. Yeah, I know how he's like. I
Dylan.
love how he starts with that. I think like it's somewhere that I read.
Dylan was the closest. It's 206.
See, what's the score
Wow.
though?
What
What's
a
the score?
fucking
And babies
loser.
have more, right?
320.
Babies have more.
Iggy is 3.
Babies would have less, right?
No, babies have more, and
How do
then
they
they
have
fuse together.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Fucking
fucking weird. They're
weirdos.
like reptiles.
Dylan has 2. Iggy has 3. Joey has none.
All right.
Well, it's early days. Early days.
Early days, yep. Question 6. This is not multiple choice. Just give me the answer. What is the hardest natural substance on Earth?
Diamond.
Yes.
Oh, I knew
Damn.
that. I knew that. I knew that.
I was gonna say this dick when you get me in the right mood.
Let's fucking go! I'm excited.
Velvet wrapped steel.
yeah, Joey's velvet wrap steel. All right, let's go.
And then after this question, let's eat a wing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, number 7. So not multiple choice. Humans and we'll do closest. Humans and chimpanzees share roughly how much DNA?
I think it was Joey.
90%.
That's a good answer.
Okay. Do we want to do multiple? Like,
Oh wait, is
The
it
closest.
No,
Do
closest,
The
do closest.
90.
That was going to be my answer. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say. I think pigs have more than monkeys, right? So,
chimpanzees.
I'm going to say 82.
Okay.
I'm saying 94.
It is Iggy. Fuck! 98.
I was gonna say no. I was gonna say
I was gonna
98.
say that. I was
but
gonna
then-
say
but then I was
that,
like,
yeah.
98 would be like us just
But
walking on all fours.
Isn't that crazy? We share 98.
Yeah.
That's actually scary. But some people, though, when I walk past them at Penrith Westfields, I'm like, that motherfucker looks like
You
a
can
monkey.
see it.
That guy was on Chimp Empire.
So, is this number 5 or 6?
This is 5.
Bro, that's crazy. I'm not even.
No. This is 6.
Number
Oh, I'm not even just
5
saying
was
this.
original.
I'm not even just saying this. I was gonna say 98, but I thought that seems way too close.
I was going to say that, but I was like, that's way too close.
Yeah, I
and
thought.
Baby, what's this one?
I think pigs have more.
Here we go.
So this one here
Number
is number 6, which is wasabi.
Oh.
Okay. Look at you enjoying your
Salud.
friend goes out there full smiling at me.
That's yum.
Okay, we're getting good. Good. Okay, Dylan's loving this. Wow, he's gnawing it off with his hands. Go crazy, my guy. Iggy.
That's not spicy at all.
Okay, see, guys? Like, Iggy, you were panicked. Okay, all right. No, stop.
Keep going.
No, stop doing
About
that.
to finish.
All right.
Okay, so I feel like we've got some good vibes with this.
It's getting worse.
No, that's
Oh, okay. I feel like Iggy was really struggling with the Cajun and the sriracha.
that
I agree. That one was hot. That one was way hotter than these last 2.
This is what the challenge does, bro. It gives you false confidence, and you go, "I think I can do this." And
Don't
then-
forget, everyone's taste is different too. So you know.
That's yum as.
Okay, all right.
Wasabi, wow.
Iggy, what would you rate that?
That's a solid 8.
Wow, nice.
That's very yum. Bro, the fourth one was hot as.
I'll
Cajun, you gave a 3.
I'll give it a 7.
All right, Dylan's a 7. Joey?
Yeah, I'll give a 5.
Iggy, would you like a moment to change your score?
That's hot as. Oh, fucking hell. I think it's because I'm licking my fingers afterward.
Okay, so
That's why I got the gloves.
Yeah, maybe Daisy isn't.
I told you that's what the gloves are for, man. I got the gloves
That
for
is
that.
hot as.
Iggy, would you still keep it an 8?
No, because the original, the taste is actually yum. It's the after shit that.
And do
fucks
you know
me.
that the breathing is what enhances it?
That's still an 8 in
Everyone don't
taste.
Yeah,
Don't breathe.
I'll give it a 7. Yeah.
That's yum.
Okay.
That
What
is hot.
what question we up to?
Okay.
Man of the week here.
All right, man of the week. So what did I just ask?
Sorry.
What did you just ask?
Humans and chimpanzees.
Yes. Okay.
Which Iggy got the closest to. Okay. This is not multiple choice. This is just give me the answer.
Oh, where's my fucking whistle?
Blow dart.
Okay. Yep.
How many brains and how many hearts does an octopus have?
8. No, that's
Just
wrong.
8 of heart and 8 brains.
8. It's got 8 brains and 1 heart.
Okay.
No, 8 hearts and 1 brain. Fuck, I don't know.
You just said that.
I don't know. That's wrong.
Wrong.
Fuck.
Would somebody else like to blow?
I've never been trying to blow.
loves blowing.
I'm gonna say 1 brain, 1 heart.
Okay.
Good answer.
Wrong.
The answer is 1 brain, 2 hearts.
Wrong.
What's
All
the
right,
answer?
so no one gets this point. They have 9 brains and 3 hearts.
9 brains.
What? That is impossible.
1 for each
Man.
arm, and then that's why they're so smart.
That's impossible.
They're incredible. I love
So
fucking.
imagine if each finger had a brain.
Could they have split personalities?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're arguing with themselves all the time.
Yeah, what the fuck?
One's around like a wig and shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, next one.
Next one. Oh.
This is just to give me the answer. What is the heaviest organ in the human body?
cock.
Damn it. Heaviest?
Heaviest organ in the human body.
The heaviest has to be your fucking heart, right?
The stomach.
Liver.
He's correct.
Oh shit! Eat this. Just eat this and then do the next one. All right.
Good idea.
So
flavor
this
is
one,
this?
This is number 7.
so this one is roasted garlic. The one before this was wasabi. So roasted garlic should be fine.
That's not hot at all.
Okay, so what are we thinking about the order in which Joey did these?
I've been saying this from the beginning.
I can smell that one too. That literally just smells like chicken.
That's yum.
All right, but Iggy, you've been saying this a little bit and then it gets you.
That's an 8 from me.
Wow, okay.
It's an 8 from me.
Got the boneyard boy.
Wow, okay. Iggy?
Yeah.
What's a?
It's a bit of a
That's
slow.
eight.
It's
Yeah.
a bit of a slow burner. Like some of these ones hit you straight in the dick hole immediately and let you know they're there.
So,
That's yum.
Iggy?
That's an 8.
Or 8. You did give the last one an 8 as well. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
These are
like
in order,
that.
which is crazy. But maybe I think that's what they do because
Yeah, they have to,
Because
yeah.
you have to. Because if we,
If you're only eating 12 hot things in a row, you'd be fucked.
I think they got to take you on this little journey. You know.
Okay.
That's good. I like that one. All right. What question we have to?
Next question is just give me the answer. It's not a multiple choice. What is the name of the protein in blood that carries oxygen?
CO2.
No.
Water, isn't it?
O2.
Does anybody-
Water's H2O, by the way.
Yeah. Does anyone?
Whey protein.
So it's the what in the blood? protein?
What is the name of the protein in blood that carries oxygen?
Platelets.
Okay, so you didn't get this one.
That's fine.
You
I'm
fuck
still
it.
winning.
He's still got the most likely answer.
I'm still winning.
Hemoglobin.
it was on the tip of my
Come
tongue.
on,
Hemopus.
man.
That one's actually kind of hot. That's like creeping up real slow.
No,
That's
that
what I
one's
mean.
alright.
Creepers.
All right,
Okay.
next one.
This one's, I don't know if this is science, but this was on a science quiz one. This is a multiple choice. Pineapples and tomatoes are alike in a certain way. They're both what? Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. I'm not going to give you the answer, sorry, the things.
Multiple choice.
Yep. Mammals, offshoots of corn, berries, ectothermic.
Corn.
No.
Berries.
Yes.
Fuck! I knew it was between those two. What's the score?
I was
I'm
gonna
still
s-
winning by one,
I
right?
was hand on the heart gonna say ectothermic because I was like berries. The fuck.
Iggy, you're 6, still in your 3.
I love how I'm not even in the equation. It's just like
Here we go.
6 and
So
3.
you're going to do a short. Oh, this guy's going to be blind.
What percentage of your brain is made of fat?
Is this a multiple choice?
No.
Specify that before.
70%.
70%?
Closest again.
What? How much of your brain is fat?
What percentage of your brain is made of fat? Hurry up.
We got about 65.
65, 70.
Confident.
40.
Joey, this is your first one. It's 60.
I think I just won.
Okay, yeah.
Well in, brother.
All right, we'll in.
Nice. Okay. This is multiple choice. How long is the memory of a goldfish?
Oh.
3 minutes, 3 days, 3 months, 3 seconds. I think that was you.
3 seconds.
No.
3 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do they know that?
That's so funny.
How do they know
Do you
that?
know
Like-
how many bitches, if some goldfish decided to go on a fucking, just a fucking spree, right? Just fucking all the bitches in his fish tank, right? And then it's like, after 3 days, they're just, no one knows who's who in
they're
the
just
zoo.
constantly fucking everybody.
Actually, no, that could be bad because it could be a lot of, they're going to have a lot of incest goldfish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's the score?
You only just asked this, but
Is he a goldfish?
Iggy is 6, Dylan is 4, Joey's 1.
All right.
How many more questions are there?
2.
All right. 2 more
Oh,
questions.
so you have
so
to get
I'm
both of these.
I can tie. Yeah.
You can go
Alright.
for a
So
tiebreaker.
regardless, I'm losing.
Yeah, so you're doing a shot regardless.
All right.
Alright,
Okay.
number 14. This is not multiple choice. Electric power is typically measured in what unit?
Amps. Voltage. Voltage.
Watts.
I was going to say kilowatts.
How
What?
funny I am the Sparky. And
I
I
know.
said, oh,
Yeah. Babe,
so don't
I-
call him to do
Wait,
your fucking...
did you say electrical what?
Electric power is typically
power,
measured.
yeah.
Oh, gosh. She threw that in there for him, too.
Yeah.
I tried to throw you a bone.
That's
So,
all right.
this is for me to win or you to tie.
Tie, yeah.
Or you to just get a fucking consolation fucking point.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I need to come up with another question. If you tie, it doesn't matter because Joey.
Doesn't matter because I'm just so fucking behind the 8 ball.
Here we go.
Last one. Multiple choice, unless you already know the answer. Which law states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction? You did get that.
The law of every physics. Fuck, man, I know this. When are you going to say
on,
it?
come on. I know it.
And it's multiple choice. I could,
Law.
too late.
Oh, I already said it.
Come on.
I don't know. Relativity.
I don't need the fucking multiple choice, bitch, because it's Murphy's Law, motherfucker.
it's not. It's not Murphy's law.
What is it?
Newton's third law.
Hey, I'm going to
Wait.
lock in Newton's third law.
Wait. Iggy, clip that. You've been so confident.
It's Murphy's Law. Wait, what is Murphy's
What
Law?
is Murphy's Law? Yeah, I was going to say, what is that?
Don't assume that you're right.
No. Murphy's law is often stated as anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
So getting an answer wrong.
Whereas
Pessimistic.
this one is that for every action there is an equal
Every
and
action.
opposite
Yes.
reaction.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
thinking that.
Well, lucky that wasn't like $1 million question where I would have been that
All
confident.
right. Our lovely producer queen, please bring over the shot.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Welcome to 150. Yay. Down it. Yum, yum, yum.
Shot it. You gotta,
Go.
that's
Oh.
it. Salud.
Cheers, boys.
Pendejo.
I gotta go home with this guy.
Vamos.
All right, that means I still win, though, because he got it wrong as well. So I'll
All
still
right.
win. I'll win my first official fucking man, of the clock.
week.
Wow. Hope you're proud of yourself.
Let's do the next wing and do speak pipe, and then we do the news.
Woo! This was
Let's
good.
go. So this next wing we got coming up here, right? Did you remember which one?
We've lost complete
This one?
control right now.
Okay, so this next wing
Thank
is
God
wing
I'm sober.
is
Yeah.
wing number 8. And this is Habanero hot sauce from hell.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Okay, so
I've lost the gloves down the side.
This is where, when DZ's lost his gloves that he's held ever so close as we've started, so you know that we're starting to get a bit.
Don't start until everyone's got it.
Yeah.
Vámonos.
Let me quickly just log into this shit.
Okay, so this is the habanero.
Wait for Iggy.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Habanero hot sauce from hell.
Here we go.
Arriba, abajo, al centro, bajito.
Can anyone else hear that? No one said anything. What's everyone's thoughts?
That tastes like fly spray. And that all over Tori.
That's not as bad at first, so I feel like it'll creep up.
It's because the fly spray is because you were going crazy with it in the kitchen.
That tastes like chemicals. That tastes like shit.
All right.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit.
That is horrible.
It's starting to get a little bit hot. It does start to take. At this point, it starts to feel like it was made in a lab.
That's a 3.
Okay, wow.
That one I
Okay.
wouldn't have on my tuna and rice.
All right, so Dylan's a 3. Joey?
Yeah, I give that like a 2. 4.
Iggy?
Por favor.
Por favor. Manzanas.
Apples.
Manzanas para mí es 4.
4.
Four.
Okay, see.
I haven't got up to numbers on Duolingo yet.
That's 4. That's a 4.
Surely you know cuatro, right?
There's not much flavor there, man.
No, hold on. That's not that bad. It's that starting taste tastes like chemically. That tastes like shit.
Yeah. So
That
that's
tastes like arse.
That's what I mean. I'm not just going off like heat.
Yeah,
If I go low, I'm not going off, oh, it's the hottest.
No.
But I'm going off like, if it doesn't
General
taste
taste,
good.
Yeah, we're ranking the flavor because, you know, obviously it's supposed to be in order, right? So you'd think our scores would, if we're ranking the heat, but we're ranking the flavor.
Yeah. Bro, so far the worst one in heat terms was number
Sriracha.
fucking-
Number
yeah,
4.
That was hot.
Which is weird, bro, but...
This one.
No, Sriracha was
creeps
number
up.
3, which you guys gave 6, 7, and 6, and Cajun hot sauce was 4, 4, 3.
So Cajun was the hottest.
So what did we just have? Number 7.
No,
Yeah.
you just had number 8.
And this tastes like shit.
Habanero hot sauce.
I feel like this still tastes like shit,
It
though.
creeps up on you though. It's getting hotter.
Okay.
That was number 8.
Yeah, you have 4 more to go.
What? Doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Sometimes life doesn't make sense.
Yeah, mathematically.
Speak pipe.
All right, we only got 1 speak pipe. We returned them for 1 episode.
And then never again until the episode.
So the song is for you, okay? We found each other. I helped you out of a broken place. You gave me comfort.
What is that?
The weekend.
Falling for you was my embrace.
That's ear rape. What is
No,
that?
no, but seriously. Congrats on the 150, boys. Show me those dicks.
Is that Cody?
You know
yet
what's
again.
insane is that he played that music and went, let me sing to this.
Do you know what? I didn't know Cody was a weekend boy, but I didn't know it was Cody. I don't know who it was. I was like,
He sent 3 speak pipes in the history of FireCast.
and none of them meant anything.
They were show me that dick, boy.
It's all about dicks, yeah.
So, little bit of a inside joke. Me and
Cody is a homosexual.
We keep sending each other these really fucked up TikToks. I won't say on the podcast, but they're just this dark humor, and then that is part of it. And I was like, as soon as I heard it, I'm like, this has to be Cody.
Oh, no. Okay, so thanks, Cody, for giving us a fucking unrelatable voice note that no
Unrelatable.
one else can relate to besides Iggy. Thank you. Thank you. Literally, your friends do a podcast and all you offer is nonsense. I love that.
Thank you for the kind words, my
Yeah.
friend.
So that brings us to
The news.
news penis. While I play the intro, whip those out. Let's eat them.
This is number 8, if I'm correct.
Number 9.
This next one.
This is number 9.
This next one is called Habanero Hot Sauce from Hell, Devil's Revenge.
No, so this isn't good because I know for a fact habanero is hot.
Yeah.
You just had habanero
But
hot
this
sauce
is
from
Devil's
Nah.
Revenge.
This is devil's penis.
What
This
does
is
that
Devil's
sound?
Revenge.
Wait, hold on.
Vámonos,
Jump in,
compañeros.
everyone, hold on.
Salud.
Do it.
Let's go, baby.
Okay, move over, Joey. Get in the camera. Yep.
Why don't you? Do you want me to take it for you?
No, that's all right. I just want to on the poll see who got man of the week. Sorry, give me 2 minutes. Let me do that quickly.
He's never
Was
been
it
more keen.
poll. Yeah, because I fucking won.
Joey's already got into it.
All right, yeah, I might as well eat this.
Just do it.
Um,
This is habanero hot sauce, Devil's Revenge, right?
Oh, fuck. How are you?
On you pieces of shit.
I hate that your thing is on loud.
Okay, get away from the mic, both of you.
Oh, shit.
No!
Hurry up,
I'm not
Iggy.
eating that one now, man.
No, Iggy, eat it. Hurry up and eat all of it. That was what you guys agreed on.
Eat all of it. That's what she says to me. all of it.
Do that long black.
She's like, shut the fuck up.
put him in the bag.
Joey, put your bones in the bag.
Yeah, put my bone up. Okay. All right, Daddy's taking this game a bit serious now. All right, it's been games, guys. Up until now, it's been games. This is getting serious. This is getting a bit serious.
You get it on the sides of your mouth and shit, and that's what
I'm getting on the tip of my
Yeah, the tongue.
the tip, the very tip. Ma, the meatloaf! The meatloaf!
I don't know that reference.
Wedding Crashers. Come on, man. Okay. What's the next fucking segment?
That one's okay. It's okay.
Fuck off.
The other one was worse.
I don't like that at all.
What's happening? That hot sauce is a fucking... Okay, I'm going to say that's a 2 because I know there's more where that came from.
So, Joey, that's a 2.
That's a 2.
That's a 3 from me, man.
Iggy?
That's a 1.
So first up on news, we have the stranded astronauts, Sunny and Butch, have finally returned home after being stranded in space for 9 months. The damage that space has done to their bodies is actually pretty crazy. And what's worse is that they don't actually apply for any overtime pay for this extended space travel, right? Their bodies hadn't felt gravity in almost a year, and you can lose 1/3 of your body's muscle mass in just 2 weeks. So that's a good reference point for them being up there for almost a year, right? And because of this, apparently when they first stepped foot off the spacecraft, they needed help actually standing up. And were given, and if Tori, if you want to do some fact-checking references, maybe I'm not the person to fact-check from because I'm so fucking on point with this fucking news segment. But first thing is they started noticing is people... the bodies couldn't adjust to the first... Fuck, sorry, I'm struggling with this wing. They couldn't adjust to the gravity that they were being, exposed to, first off. So space didn't let them come back unscathed. The first thing is people start noticing about Sunny is her grey hair. This is because apparently in space, when you're exposed, he's struggling. When you're exposed to space for a long time, it's actually higher levels of radiation, and that actually increases your aging process.
Yeah, you age quicker.
Right? So it affects your DNA, your immune system, and can lead to long-term health issues like cancer, right? People also thought that Sunny's chin looked a lot smaller in space than it did on Earth. But that's only because in space, apparently, the pressure build up in your brain and your head, all your fluid in your body raises to your head because you're like zero gravity, right? It's just like all the same. All the fluid builds up in your head. So people think her chin looks really big on Earth than it did in space, but that's just because she has so much fluid build up in her head. But apparently, also with fluid buildup, this is all the health shit they got going on, right? That could lead to flat eyeballs. So legit, you can literally get flat eyeballs because of this. Apparently this affects half of all the astronauts who go on long-term missions. Literally. So it happens because of all the fluid that builds up.
You mean flat eyeball?
No, legit. So I'm telling you.
How can you have a fucking flat eyeball?
Bro, I'm telling you, right? They literally have fucking crepes for eyes. So literally, bro, it happens because all of the fluid that builds up in your head while you're up in space, it puts pressure against the back. It puts pressure against the back of your eyes, which then flatten out your eyeballs. And it actually has a name. So this thing,
flat eyeball.
This thing is called go see a doctor cunt. No, I'm joking. This thing is called SANS, which is SANS, which is called Spaceflight Associated Neuroocular Syndrome, right? Some astronauts come back with different vision to what they had originally. So they're literally up there for like
seeing black
a
and white
year
and
or this and that. You can go up there with 20/20 vision and you come home looking like DZ, bro, who can't see something on the camera 2 feet away.
I seen Trump give a press conference saying he was going to pay him out of his own pocket if they're not entitled to fucking.
This was one of my points.
overtime.
Yeah, that was one of my points. So DZ, if you can rest that fucking brain of yours, which is too good for your
he's
own
a good
body.
man, Trump.
All right. Woo! So you lose 1 to 2%, right? Of your 1 or 2% of your bone density per month in space, which means that judging off by the length of time that they were up there, Sunny and Butch could have lost between 9 to 18% of their bone density while in space. Right?
Sorry.
Many astronauts come back with long-term missions with like baby feet. And literally, and baby feet is where the condition is where, because you haven't walked on your feet for so long on Earth, that all the calluses that you've developed on your feet from a lifetime of just walking and being a fucking human have just gone, they've just relinquished their fucking thing. You literally have such soft skin on your feet that when you touch ground, like Earth, it literally hurts your feet and you can't stand up. That's how much shit they're like losing up there. You know what I mean? Like, but despite all these health problems, right? Obviously the mental toll. Imagine the mental toll of being up there and you're like, man, it's just us.
Like, this is fucking boring.
Right?
Fuck
Like, you're
this
fucked
shit.
up mentally. But despite all of these problems, right? Staring the astronauts in the face, they literally don't qualify for overtime. Reports say because they are classified as federal employees and are paid right, under the general schedule, which is around 100 to 150,000 a year. There's no hazard pay or bonuses. The only extras they'll get is a small incidental allowance at $4 a day, totaling a total of $1,144 for the entire mission.
Yeah.
So they literally will only get just over $1,000.
Yeah, so because they're on salary.
For these time. But a former NASA astronaut, Catherine Coleman, actually confirmed this figure, saying that it's treated as an extended business trip. Trump said, if I have to, I'll pay out of my own pocket. Now, Trump says a lot of shit, whether he does it or not. I hope he does. I really hope for their sakes that they get paid more than $1,144 of bonuses, because imagine if you're in an office cubicle. I know it's different because you're the federal government, you pay what. But regardless, you're at work. Like, I know you're in love with it. You're in love with space. I guess if you're an astronaut and you're in that fucking suit, right? You're trying to jerk off, but all your cum is in zero gravity. So you're trying to catch it before it spreads, or your dirty's the inside of your suit. But if you're up there, right, and you don't know what's what, and you're like, yeah, this is my job. At the end of the day, it's your job. If you don't get any overtime for that, do you know how incredible that is? In a bad way,
I'd be
to get
pissed off.
no overtime.
It's crazy that like a lollipop woman or man would get
More
hazard
than that,
pay.
yeah.
They get hazard pay, but going up in a fucking rocket into outer space doesn't count as hazardous.
Yeah.
Where you don't get hazard pay.
You don't think shooting a load in zero gravity does damage to anyone?
I'm
around
telling you right now, if I was an astronaut, right, and
Do
I
they
got
jerk
shot
off
up
in
there,
space?
if I got shot up there and I'm sitting there and they're like, okay, look, man, we're a bit of a technical problem. We might not be able to get back for like a while. I'll literally be like, you better be fucking paying me or I'm tearing this bitch up. I will destroy this fucking rocket. I don't care
And
if
they'll be like-
zap into nothingness.
And they'll be like, do it, and you'll die, and we won't have to pay you at all.
They'll
That's
get
fine.
paid. They'll get paid. They'll get paid, man.
Surely they have to get
they'll
paid,
get
man.
paid. I mean-
because we always said, when they were up there, we said, right? I swear we said on this podcast that they would, surely their health is going to be drastically different. Like, Sunny looks literally 5 years older, 10 years older at least.
And
She had silver black hair. Not silver black, sorry.
but
She
jet
had
black,
Jet
yeah.
black, sorry. And now she looks like a silverback.
Elon Musk said that they tried to rescue them during the Biden administration, that they could have gone earlier, but they pushed it back because of political reasons. So they didn't want Elon Musk to go get them sooner. So for the purpose of, politics, they pushed the mission back further, so they were there even longer.
Yeah, so they basically, it's crazy that
But that's according to Elon, who's very
Yeah.
in the pocket of Trump. So,
which is crazy,
it's-
right? Because it's like that's a very rare circumstance. But essentially, they're saying we'll shave a few more years off your life just because we really need to get into
But
office.
I also don't think Musk gets enough credit because SpaceX is literally for the past 8 years. SpaceX has been the only reliable source of space. Literally every mission to the ISS is through a SpaceX Dragon capsule.
Yes.
Because they're the only company that has gotten it right and is reliable and safe.
Yeah.
So then, like, the reason they got stuck up there was because Boeing fucked up, and Boeing's capsule.
Well, it is Boeing.
Took 'em up
It is a
there.
Boeing issue. Yeah,
And
yeah.
Boeing took them up there and couldn't bring them back.
Yeah, it is. It is
So-
kind of. It is on them because.
And then who saved them? SpaceX.
SpaceX.
Yeah, it is, and that is what I've found out with my findings is that Boeing, was the little aircraft that took them up there. Correct.
Yes.
So yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where apparently they could have taken them down way earlier, but like you said, for certain reasons, unbeknownst by me, they had to wait a little bit. But I mean, it is crazy because that's kind of in the job description. Like, if you're going to be an astronaut, right, you got to know that, man, there's risks working in fucking asphalt on fucking Earth, right?
Yeah.
If you're going anywhere above where the atmosphere can possibly take you, surely you know that there's hazards. Surely you know that there's things that can, happen that's unforeseen for the original mission. But like, man, to be paid no overtime though, I don't care who's responsible.
Yeah,
that is
that's
insane, bro.
I just find that crazy, Everyone's like, fuck Trump, fuck Elon, fuck this. But when Elon rescues people, no one says nothing. Yeah. Everyone's real quiet. Everyone's like,
look, it goes both ways,
Yeah.
right? It goes both ways. They're trying to win, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to win. It's your side's wrong and my side's right.
Yeah.
So naturally, it's the same with the right. It's like if the Democrats or someone on the left does something good, they're not going to acknowledge it. It's just it's natural.
And do you
man.
think because everyone knows how rich Trump and Elon are, do you think that because everyone knows how rich they are, knows that they're so unrelatable?
Yeah, it's because
they are. They were better off.
You can't relate to them.
They were better off just shutting their fucking mouths about how much they're worth. I don't know how you can. I feel like you can't when you're Trump or because you're so well established. But it is a shame that Elon is a fucking weirdo as a person. Like, he is a weird cunt. I don't care what you cunts have to say about this.
He's strange.
But he is a weird motherfucker.
He's autistic, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
he's autistic,
even
yeah.
like I feel like with a woman, he'd be a fucking creep. I feel like he'd be a weird person, but it is strange how a lot of the times in this world, the weirdos that are kind of geniuses are just that. They're fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to hang out with the cunt, but keep doing your SpaceX shit. Keep trying to send people to Mars.
Yeah.
Keep doing Doge shit or whatever you're doing, jerking off to fucking Doge. But like, if it wasn't for people with his brain, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
We need people like him, but also I wouldn't hang out with him.
Go ahead.
That's exactly how it is, though. Like, it's the weirdos that are a bit not... Bro, the local Sparky is not sending people to space.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Ashfelder is not fucking solving fucking rocket science problems. It's literally the fucking weird cunts.
But how come I'd want to have a beer with the asphalt through electrician
Well, because
sometimes?
they don't have that much on their plate. You don't have to be.
Exactly.
You can't
Like-
do. Like you can't do
Yes.
the amount of stuff that Elon's doing without being a bit crazy.
Yeah.
There's a
No
method to the
normal
madness,
person.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, they're not normal.
Yeah.
Like, they're not normal.
I was watching, I've been watching White Lotus, right? If you've seen this show, you know what I'm talking about, right? So Sydney Sweeney's character and her friend that go on this trip, they're very like typical Gen Z, very left of center kind of like, morals, right? And then the mum says something interesting. They're so like, they're bitches to their brother. They're the younger brothers on the trip, and they're really rude to them and the family. Like, they hate the family, and they're bitches to the family or whatever. And then the mum's like, it's funny how you can be so, like, you can have you can be so morally, in tune with these disadvantaged people, and you can be so for the rights of all these disadvantaged people, but then you're such a bitch to your brother. Like, it's so rude. Like, all they care about is sex and drugs, and when it comes to that, it's all good and whatever. Yeah, everyone can be. But then when it's like their own family, they're just fucking rude and like they only care about themselves and trying to get high and trying to fuck, and it's just, that's a perfect example of the way the culture is right now.
Yeah, I think the only way to fix that is to fuck your sibling.
Like, just be common sense, man. Like, just have common sense about everything you do. Like, everything you see is obviously not what it seems. You have to be in the middle.
Talking about something not being what it seems, should we try this next wing?
Yeah.
This is wing number
10.
10.
Here we go.
Really? Okay, this is the ghost pepper sauce. Okay, fuck. Ghost pepper.
What's
Oh my god.
Get milk. Get more milk, bub. Chloe.
Get mine. Use mine.
Chloe,
Use
you
mine.
get milk?
Use mine.
Have you not touched milk yet?
I haven't touched my milk
You're a
yet.
beast. I'm drinking it.
Oh my god. That's all right, Chloe. He's got my milk. He's got my milk. It's all right.
We might need more.
I can't even see in these things. Oh shit.
They're not really saying a lot, guys.
I mean, This is chemical. This is all chemical.
Put on the
This is-
table, please.
Okay. DZ, do you want to start?
No, ratings, please.
I mean, it's all downhill from here. What do you want me to say? This is about... Fuck. Give it a rating.
Does anyone know?
1.
Okay. Dylan's giving it a 1. Guys, I wish you could see the energy in the room right now.
That's
Iggy?
Whiskey makes it better.
Iggy.
that's a 2 because the starting taste wasn't too bad, and then it just got ruined by the fucking. That
Joey?
is fucked.
Joey.
Two.
Okay. Why don't you have some of your milk, Joey?
Because I'm no bitch.
Now I want to see how long you can go without the milk.
Did you see this mysterious sonic sound
There-
weapon they
the place
used
in the-
against the protesters?
Oh yes.
Where some sound sonic fucking weapon they used at press. What, in Turkey was it? Oh,
Let me have a look.
So what are we talking about here? I don't even fucking know anymore.
It was in Serbia.
in Serbia there was protesters and they used the sonic sound weapon to disperse the protesters.
That's
Yeah.
fucking twisted,
Like a dog
bro.
whistle.
Yeah, that is twisted. That is literally like a dog whistle. That's 100%
So-
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the weapons which are illegal in Serbia emit sound waves which can trigger sharp ear pain, disorientation, and eardrum ruptures. Was used against protesters.
What were they protesting?
Let me find that out for you. Where was it?
I mean, imagine that. Sorry, guys. I'm battling here right now. I can't even think. Usually there's a riff right. Usually there's
That
a
is hot, man.
yeah. Usually there's a riff right
That
about
is
now.
hot.
All I can hear is
One more poison. That is fucking hot. We should have got Tori to eat one just to feel our pain. That is
just
hot.
sitting here with you guys.
I feel like
this
there's.
isn't
I feel like as a government, if I'm protesting about anything, and all of a sudden I hear this sharp pain through my ears, and I'm like, it fucking pulverizes my whole anatomy. Like I can only imagine what this thing does to the human body. Like, is it? I wonder if this thing that we're talking about is this like? Does it paralyze you?
No, they
Does
were
it-
running away.
Or does it make you? It hurts your eardrums so much that, like you
Yeah,
said, at
that you
DZ,
run, yeah.
you just run.
It's unbearable. Yeah.
It's the Serbian anti-corruption protests.
I mean, it would be effective, but is it moral? Is it moral? Is it ethical to use?
What does it exactly do though? Like, I don't get the technology behind it.
Well, I mean, like DZ said, I feel like they would have took the dog whistle thing
And amplified it, yeah.
that. Because if they have the dog whistle, which they've had the dog whistle since like, I don't know when they've had the dog whistle like from, but like if they've had the dog whistle for as long as I know they've had it.
Sonic and ultrasonic weapons are weapons of various types that use sound to injure or incapacitate an opponent. Some sonic weapons make a focused beam of sound or an ultrasound, while others produce an area of field of sound. As of 2025, military and police forces make some limited use of sonic weapons.
Yeah, it sounds like they've been around for a while, right?
Yeah, wow.
I guess it's just never used on protesters before.
That's kind of fucked up though, because imagine like, yeah, you don't have any control over like that. You just want to protest, right? Which I know is maybe is it illegal in some countries? What I don't know. I don't think it's illegal, right?
I
It
think
is in some countries, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's illegal in Serbia, I'd said,
Okay, sorry.
and they used it.
Okay. Well, I mean, fair play, I guess then, right?
Well, there
Like,
you go. If it's illegal and
yeah.
you're doing illegal things,
Yeah.
they're gonna fuck you
but
up. Like,
protesting isn't something that should be illegal. That's
is
the
it
thing
illegal
of a
in the
very-
country?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Then
you guys
you can't do it.
Sorry, I thought you were saying that. Protesting is not illegal in Serbia. I thought you guys were talking about the sonic weapon.
No, okay, then that's different.
Is the sonic weapon
so
illegal?
Yes.
the government used an illegal weapon on the protesters?
It just says. I'm just.
That's actually fucked up.
Yeah, because they've literally used
Yeah.
illegal weaponry on them.
And it's the
But I
government.
mean, it's effective, right? Like, if you get some guy that's like, fuck these motherfuckers, bro. Let's just use this sonic shit that we have.
Yes.
Who just burped in the
Sorry,
mic?
that
You
was
just
me.
burped in the mic?
It was almost a vomit.
That was like a fucking... Bro, that was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there's no clear answer, but it's. They're saying that Serbian authorities. Yeah, it's speculated, but I don't think they know exactly who did it.
Yeah, right. So it wasn't even
Wow.
the government trying to disperse the protesters.
There was some old bitch on a balcony like,
this
hey.
fucking Billy Bob from down the road is going, fuck these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
Okay.
All right, man, that is fucked. Did you guys see that? This one is so funny, bro. Trump and JD, well, not Trump, but like JD Vance and all them, the political party in America, their group chat
Oh, so
got leaked.
Yeah.
yeah.
They put a journalist in it or something.
First of all, if you actually believe that got just like leaked, you're a fucking imbecile, right? That shit all gets leaked on purpose for
why would-
marketing
But
reasons.
I don't think, but that doesn't seem
but
like
the-
a.
no.
They got nothing out of that.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
What?
All the attention they fucking get.
Yeah, but why would they want attention, though?
they look like dickheads though.
It's the government.
It's
Didn't
negative.
one of them put an emoji of a fist bump, the
Yeah.
American flag, and a
like
flame?
bombing like Europe
Yeah.
and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Bro,
It
literally,
was-
that's the equivalent of like, I'm sure Iggy you can relate, and DZ you might. You seem a bit more sensible. You might be like a bit, But I feel like DZ is the furthest from like exposing himself online. But I feel like in group chats, do you ever sometimes be a part of some group chats where you're like, bro, someone could see this?
Yeah.
We would be probably arrested, right? Imagine doing that, but you're in the house of government.
do you really think the Vice President of America is in a fucking group chat
Yes.
with the homie? No,
Right, it's
you
not-
guys,
you're-
you guys,
you're-
I
you're-
think-
you're
I think
taking
they
it-
are.
You're
It's
taking
America,
it,
lad.
it was a group chat about where they were planning the bombing
Airstrikes.
in airstrikes
Yemen.
in Yemen,
I-
right?
but I
Against the
didn't-
Houthi.
I can't believe you guys actually think that's the real.
DZ, I didn't know they
I'm
actually made...
baffled right now by you three.
But I didn't know they made group chats about something so serious.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't think they made
But
group chats
imagine
either.
like Osama bin Laden takedown. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wasn't Osama one of the boys? Anyway, it is what it is.
There is no fucking way you actually think that's real.
I thought that was serious enough that you should leave off like your group
Well,
chat.
so did I.
they
but
don't
I
discuss
think-
that shit on the internet, bro.
But they
But it's
do
2025.
clearly because they get no benefit from leaking this, Iggy.
They don't.
So it's clearly a genuine mistake.
fuck up,
They've added
yeah.
a journalist in it somehow. I don't know who the fuck would have done that. And it wasn't even like a Facebook group chat. It's a Signal thing, right? So it's a
Signal is supposed to be
that
more...
makes it even more
encrypted,
suspect,
right?
bro.
But
That's what I mean.
They're talking about the airstrikes on the fucking Houthi fucking.
And what was JD Vance's
You know what I'm
stance?
saying?
What was JD Vance's stance? Didn't he say something like, I hate that we're supporting Europe so much? He said something like...
I think you're talking about something different. So what you're going on about now is about the. So he had a different talk in Europe, but this has nothing to do with the group chat. This group chat has nothing to do with Europe.
I thought
So
he was saying something like,
he did.
I hate that we're
He did.
always...
No, he didn't say. He's basically saying that Europe needs to take more responsibility
For
for
themselves.
themselves, and that
Yeah.
they're relying too much on the
in
US
what,
and ripping them off.
do you know in what way he meant that?
He went to a convention. It was some kind of conference or something, and he spoke at it. And they all went there, and everyone was thinking that the US is going to be, amicable and say, but JD Vance was basically being real harsh on Europe and taking a real hard stance. And that's why Europe and Canada are kind of separating themselves from the US a little bit now because this administration is so US first and they're only caring about the US. They're kind of giving Europe and Canada the short end of the stick. So Canada and Europe are kind of teaming up a little bit and saying they kind of need to increase their own defense spending and kind of rely on themselves a little bit because they don't trust America will back them. if something happens.
Kind of fair, right? A little
Which
bit.
is fair because it's what they've shown. Clearly,
Yeah.
like Trump and JD Vance and the whole administration is basically saying America first.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what they're doing with the tariffs and all this shit and annexing Canada and annexing Greenland and all this shit. They're clearly showing that, yeah, we're going to look out for America first. And Trump has said, you guys need to increase your, even about Australia, he said, we need to increase our defense spending. America has the biggest military in the world, right? And they spend so much money. And then he's basically saying that all us other countries spend much less and think, oh, America will back us though, so it doesn't matter. So, you know, we can kind of spend less and America will be at our side, so we're all right. America's on our side. So Trump's saying, no, you cunts need to fucking spend a little bit more
On ourselves.
Exactly, because you just expect us to back you, but like, you know,
we're just America's like that fob friend that we have in school.
Exactly.
And we're like, hey, you know, Rosati.
Basically.
But the problem is with that is that since World War One, World War Two, that's what happened. America and fucking England, people seem to forget that England basically won us World War fucking Two. Right? None of yous fucking, again, no one does their fucking research. You all love to fucking say your opinions on the left wing and the right wing. No one does their fucking research. England and fucking Winston Churchill basically saved us from fucking annihilation, right? So, as we progress in life, it continues with that attitude of, okay, no, we're all still bum chums, we're allies. So we don't protect our defenses. We don't focus on our defenses because we're same thing. America's gonna fucking get us. England's gonna save us. Now I'm pretty sure the English army is like fucking nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But people seem to forget that they're the reason that we're all not. You know what I mean?
I felt the English army have about 14 teeth between all.
Bro,
the
they literally saved us the war, bro.
Has Albanese said? I think Albanese said that we're increasing the defense spending since all this though.
I mean,
is that true? I think by 2020 something we're gonna increase the.
While you fetch it, I think what they're saying is true. We should be more accountable for holding up our own defense.
Do we need to?
Do we need to?
I don't think so.
We're that, like I said before in another podcast, we're that guy at the bar that wants to have a laugh.
Yeah.
If you want to take shit from us, I guess, but like you're going to travel all this way to come out here for what? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
As the government announced, so this was in March, this was this month. As the government announced last year, we are investing an additional $50.3 billion into the ADF, which is the Australian Defence Force, which will now see an additional $10.6 billion invested over the forward estimates. The value of this investment is now $57.6 billion over the decade and is accounted for in the budget. In the 2025 to 26, the government is also bringing forward $1 billion of investment to enable defence to acquire capabilities faster.
So we are increasing our defence budget.
Yeah.
But, right, that being said, what I just said, right, that being said, do I think it's a priority? Not really. If you asked me this question a couple years ago, I'd say, yep, we need to do it. I think World War III, we're on the brink, etc., etc. But as I get older, I just think World War III, bro, is never going to happen.
It's like the coming of Jesus. It's like they're always saying...
It's never going to happen, right? One, why? Because another world war means no money for America, Russia, England, Australia, fucking Uzbekistan, fucking Kazakhstan. Like, no one's making money.
Country.
There's no business flowing.
Yes.
When that happens, okay? Putin knows that. Kim Jong fucking Schming knows that. Fucking Trump knows that. Everyone knows that. We all care about money. Okay? That's all we care about. Okay? So I generally don't think ever in the lifetime of human existence there's ever going to be another world war. Right? There's obviously wars going on right now in the Middle East and Russia, okay? Whatever. Exclude that for now. I mean world war, where it gets to the point where England, America, Australia, we all go, okay, nah, man, we got to fucking send troops to this place because this motherfucker's getting crazy. That I generally don't think that's ever going to happen again.
I don't think that's going to happen either, but, I mean, I feel like we are on a path of de-escalation and denuclearization, and I think it is going to get better, to be honest, but you have a lot of regional wars. Like, I think in the Congo or something, or in Africa, there's serious wars going on. In Ukraine, there's obviously this war going on. The Middle East, there's this war going on, which, I mean, speaking of which, did you see that for the first time, the Palestinians are protesting Hamas in the Gaza Strip. In Gaza.
What does that mean?
So a lot of people are against Israel, right, naturally, but a lot of people are on the side of Hamas. So a lot of these people who are
the
for
Palestinians,
right, they think Hamas is great, which they're not. But a lot of people say Hamas, whatever they do is righteous.
But they are
because
standing up for Israel.
they're terrorists though. But the thing is now for the first time, the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip are protesting against Hamas.
Against it.
Oh, which
again,
they were
because
originally for their
exactly.
cause.
the media, bro, the media is telling you that they're the terrorists, so you go, yeah, they're terrorists.
But
You don't know that. We don't know
it's,
that.
It's Israel is
Bro, these
Israel,
guys have been fighting for how fucking long?
Listen, bro.
This is what I try to say every single time, and no one listens to me, bro.
You're right. Israel
Like,
and
bro.
Hamas. So it's Hamas and Israel,
Fuck.
right? And Israel is wrong. They're bombing hospitals. They're bombing
So who
civilians.
threw the first stone?
Fact, right? And Hamas is they shield their actions under the guise of fighting for the Palestinians.
Yes.
But they're more radical than that. The Hamas itself, not the Palestinians, but Hamas is an organization about
So it's like ISIS with Muslims. Like Muslims are not
is.
like people that
Yes.
practice Islam aren't radicals, but ISIS are radicals.
Hamas is for the obliteration of Israel. Period. So, but people have attached the ideology of fighting for peace for the Palestinians with Hamas.
which are not that.
But it's not their
Yeah, yeah.
extreme.
Thunder God.
Fair enough.
Doesn't matter how many fucking times Tory searches who threw the first stone.
Or long black.
You're not going to ever know. She's not ever going to know. The internet's never going to fucking know. I'm never going to fucking know. But people on their fucking internet go on fucking Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, acting like they know. That's what I don't understand, is that none of you and us in this room know.
Yeah.
But why do you fucking act like you know? What, because you saw a fucking headline on fucking Australian fucking Sky News or fucking Hamas did this
Well,
and you go,
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Are you
do
saying-
I
you're not
sound
wrong.
crazy
But
or what?
are
You're
you
wrong.
saying we don't know either?
Of course
we
we
don't.
don't
We
fucking
don't. You're
know,
not
bro.
wrong.
So what
No
do we?
one
But what do
knows.
we think? Sitting in our humble abode in fucking Western Sydney, Australia, which is in my understanding is the best country on earth.
Of course.
What do you think out of all the? Do you side with the fact that Hamas is just like ISIS with the Muslims, right? With the Muslim religion is peace, right? It is a religion,
Yes.
but ISIS is like the KKK with Christians, right? There's always a radical group with shit.
Exactly.
So basically, Hamas is just that, right? The radicals
Yep.
of the Palestinian people.
Yep.
Right, but finally now the Palestinians are kind of like not going against their own.
This is crazy.
But kind of going against what is not just, even though it is technically going against their own. But it's the ones that went crazy. Is that what you're saying? That the ones that went kind of too far.
Basically just they want peace, man. They live there and they want to live in peace. And Israel, the government, Netanyahu's government, take it too far. Hamas take it too far.
But the normal Palestinian person,
they're just an average person.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Trying to pick a side is where people go wrong. Like I
Exactly.
see people, right?
Bro.
I see what's crazy to me, right? I see on TikTok all the time. I hate boxing people in, but for the most, I'm generalizing, right? But lefties, right? For the most part, the extreme lefties, right? They're bullying the fuck out of Gal Gadot. Anything about Gal Gadot, I see all these videos mocking the way Gal Gadot acts, and right?
no one should ever bag that woman out.
She's not a
ever.
great actor, right? But it's like it boggles my mind because the whole ideology of the left is inclusive. Everyone's
why
okay.
Gal Gadot?
Don't bully people because she's Israeli and she served in the Israeli military because you have to. If you're an Israeli, you serve 2 years. You know,
She's also Wonder Woman.
but like, and then there's all these videos of these lefties, like girls, white girls, and because she's Israeli, and they all hate on the new Snow White movie that came out. Have you seen this? This new Snow White came out. It's bombing. It's terrible.
Yeah.
They're hating on Gal Gadot because she's Israeli. Then they also
They're hating on her because she's hot.
They're hating on Rachel Zegler, who plays Snow White, because she's a Latina and it's supposed to be a white chick. Like so, everyone's hating this movie basically. And they also, instead of having 7 dwarves to be inclusive, they got rid of the dwarves.
They
And
have
they made
7 6'5" men.
like literally, they made them 7 magical creatures. And then all the dwarves were like, bro, you could have had a chance to employ
hire
7
seven
dwarves.
fucking
Yeah,
mini people
exactly.
to do it. That's what I'm saying, bro. You cunts
So-
are fucked, bro. I'm telling
but-
you right now. I don't give a fuck,
But
mate.
people will latch
Oh.
onto these ideas,
Right.
and that's where the problem starts.
Make the dwarves the shortest people ever seen on this earth.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, this shit. If I get too into it, I actually get infuriated, bro. Because
You're
it's
already
like,
there, but go.
I'm telling
I love
you, bro.
It. Go.
Like,
Lean into it. Lean into it.
People will like just pick. It's you know what, bro. That song that you've recorded, that I'm just started, is to the T perfect.
Well, that's why I made the song.
Where you're talking about all these motherfuckers, they're fucking looking at shit online and you instantly pick a side and you think like none of you guys know shit. None of you motherfuckers know shit. I don't know shit. This cunt doesn't know shit.
I know
He
a
doesn't
lot.
know shit and she doesn't know shit.
I know a lot.
So why do you guys act like you fucking do? You make your fucking statements, you pick your fucking sides, you go on fucking social media like as if like people are going to give a fuck and people are going to remember you when you fucking die. Well, guess fucking what, bro? No one's gonna fucking know your name when you fucking pass on. So
damn,
why
that's
you
so morbid.
But why do people fucking take it to that next
You know
level?
why?
And they go on about it and on about it and on about it and on about
It
it.
gets to a point where it's
Like-
about, and it's an ego thing, and it's beyond what people's personal opinions are, and it becomes what they think other people will think of them if they believe this. So they want to fit in, they want to be on the right side of history. So
Yes.
they want to be, I believe this, you agree with me, yes, we're the good people. Look at us, we're the good people. We're on the good side. But really, people have a warped idea of what's going on because they're reading this side of the news or they're reading that side of the news or they're tuning into this and tuning. You just really have to focus on what's in front of you, what you can see with your own eyes. We're in Australia, right? If it wasn't for the internet and news, we would have no idea what is going on in the Middle East. We're fucking a mile, we're fucking lifetime away, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of the time, all of these issues can be solved by simply beating off. Like, if you really just think about it, right? If you just sit there and be like, fuck, all these troubles in the world, and you just get one out real quick, you will soon believe that, like, bro, just stay out of it, be a good person, and that is it.
Well, that's what it comes down to. It's just being a decent person. And people like to stand up for other disenfranchised people. And I get it. Like, obviously, it comes down to being a good person, having good morals. But, like, there's also, when you start attacking someone else for not believing what you believe, that's when you're fucking up.
But I still
What do you think? Was there any news? I saw you searching some stuff there. Anything important or no?
It was just going on. It was just about the occupation of Palestine from Israel. It was just more about the history and stuff when you guys were talking about how long it had been going on for. Nothing really groundbreaking, like apart from what you guys said.
You know what?
Well, what do you think though? What's then your view?
You're a lefty, though.
You're a
Like,
bit. You
but
lean a bit more left,
I
right? So,
do.
what's your
But
opinion on this then? Right.
I think that I think that Palestine shouldn't be occupied by Israel. Obviously, Israel occupied the Palestinian land in what 1967, I think it was. And it wasn't their land to occupy in the beginning. So I think if we want to talk about who threw the first stone, I think it's
That's what I
clear.
mean.
I agree with that.
That's what I mean.
I
with-
think that a lot of this conflict could have been avoided if they just did not occupy land that was not theirs, and they have tried to,
Which is true.
essentially erase all trace of Palestinian people, which I think is wrong. I think they've committed horrendous crimes and have committed genocide against the people of Palestine, which is wrong. I don't agree with the stance there's no right or wrong, because there is a right and there is a wrong. I think that there's two sides of history, obviously, and you know, I'm not saying that I'm not one of the radical lefties that are like, fuck everybody that's Israeli. Like, obviously, clearly not. There are people that are Israeli that don't agree with what Israel is doing.
Exactly.
I'm not a radical in any sense of that, but I do think that Israel commits horrible crimes against Palestinian people, and they have wiped out like millions of Palestinian people and displaced millions of Palestinian people.
I think most people can agree that Israel's the aggressor here. It's
Yeah.
like it's like Palestine doesn't have an army. Palestine doesn't have a state.
They don't have resources.
They don't have anything, right?
Because
So-
Israel does not allow them that. They control over 60% of Palestinian land.
It's over just nonsense. They made up this thing that they were promised this land however long ago, and they took it. So
But wasn't
Israel's clearly the aggressor here.
But wasn't it given it to them by the English after World War II?
But it wasn't English land
But it wasn't
to
English's
give.
land to give to them. That's the thing.
They just
It
won
was-
the battle.
It's just Israel needed a place. This is the place.
Yeah.
Give it to us. We don't care who's here. That's our place. We promised it so many years ago. That's the reality of it. And it's sad, but it goes back to biblical shit and Jewish shit and all that religious shit. but it's not right. But the fact that people justify Hamas going in and killing a bunch of ravers on October 7th, a fucking couple 100,000 Israelis who were just born in Israel and just happened to be Israeli and they were killed, and then they justify it. That's where I get the problem. Like, it's not an ideal situation. I think that land belongs to Palestine. I think the Muslims should have that land because they're already there.
Yeah.
They were already there. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think the hate against the Jewish people is right either. Those lefties on TikTok you see with the green hair who are the ones bullying Gal Gadot just because she happens to be Israeli, I think that's where they're missing the mark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I also stand corrected. Sorry, it was 1948 when the initial occupying of Palestinian land.
That's all right. I'll let that slip.
And it's happened ever since. I Googled, there was a terrorist attack at the Olympics. I think it was in the 1960s where the same thing, where a bunch of Palestinians went in, took a bunch of Israeli hostages and they killed them during the Olympics. This is in Berlin, I think, or Munich or something.
Did they get gold?
The most notable terrorist attack during the Olympics was the Munich massacre during the 1972 Summer Olympics carried out by members of the Palestinian militant organized Black September.
That's in the 70s. And it's the same exact
70s,
reason that's going on today, which is bananas.
Yeah.
Man.
That is crazy.
I think they should just make an artificial island in the middle of the ocean and give it to both of them. Israel, you can have this island. Palestine, you can have this island, and then this land.
I don't reckon they'll even let it go
We just-
then. I reckon they won't even let it go then.
No,
It's that same thing where you're like, yeah, you have family members that have been beefing because this happened ages
Yeah.
ago and their grandson said this to this, and then it's like, at what point are you like, bro, this doesn't even involve any of us
Exactly.
immediately? Like our ancestors were fighting over land.
yeah,
They-
it's fucked
I've
up.
said it more than once in this podcast. They've been fighting for that long, and they're going to keep fighting. For
Yeah.
the point that we're all dead, your children are dead if you've got children, and your children's children are fucking dead. They're going to keep fucking going.
I think we should eat this 9th and then eat the 10th and then wrap this up.
Yeah. Right. Joey, what flavor is this, first of all?
This is called. Is this the second? One? This is called Arse Blaster. So, all right, ready?
That's okay so far. This motherfucker's eating it like a fucking 1920s fucking convict.
Yeah, he's like he's on death row. It's this man's last meal.
It's a hot sauce wing.
Put the bone in the bag.
Yeah, put the bone in the bone bag.
Put your dick in the bag.
That's not good at all.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, I rate that wing a 1. What are we talking about here?
Joey, that's a 1.
Yeah, the flavor's not there at all.
Dylan,
that's,
1.
That's a 1, yeah.
It's just straight burn.
Iggy, 1.
Saliva is burning.
Okay.
All right. The World Happiness Report of 2025 just dropped this week. If you didn't know, every year there's a massive report, and they essentially ask citizens of each country to rate their lives from 1 to 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, much like this wing. They then add all these up, work out which is the most common, and then rank them from happiest countries to saddest.
There's no way this guy is vomiting in the bucket.
Whoa.
I'm going to need to get out of here if he's vomiting.
Okay. Guys, with Iggy vomiting in the bucket, can you guys guess who has got the first in the happiness rating of 2025 of all the countries in the world?
Norway.
For the 8th year running.
Sweden. Finland.
Denmark. It's a Nordic countries for sure.
It's Finland.
Yeah.
For the 8th year running, we got Finland, right? We got Costa Rica and Mexico, who actually entered
wow.
the top 10 for the first time ever.
Costa
right?
Rica, wow.
This isn't in order, but I'm just saying for the first time they got in the first top 10. Israel has dropped down to
course.
3 places, of
I
course.
wonder why.
But to the 8th happiest country in the world. So yeah, I guess if you're the ones winning, it's not so bad, right?
Yeah.
But the rankings in order are Finland, like we just said.
Mm-hmm.
Denmark is coming in 2nd. Iceland, which is coming in 3rd. We got Sweden coming in 4th. We got Netherlands coming in 5th. We got Costa Rica, Norway, Israel, Luxembourg, Mexico, Australia, which I think by my count is 11.
Yeah, I heard that Australia was out of the top 10 for the
We
first
got
time. And
New Zealand, Switzerland, Belgium, Ireland, Lithuania, Austria, Canada, Slovenia, Czechia, United Arab Emirates. Sorry, I can barely speak with this fucking wing.
Joey, are you going to go through every country?
No. Germany,
285.
but the UK and the US, for the first time in years, sliding down to number 23 and 24, which is America's lowest and most miserable ranking ever. But the least country, right? I'm going to skip the rest.
The lowest.
And Tori's yawning, which is saying move on. The least happiest country by a significant fucking margin, by the way, in quite a few years' time. Guess what country is, I mean, when I say last, I mean dead last.
Palestine.
It would be good if it was Palestine. I mean, not good.
They probably
but
didn't get an option to partake in the survey.
They're not
probably,
counted as a country.
Israel didn't give them an option. So, out of all the countries, think about all the world shit that's happening right now in terms of like
Russia.
what morals and what
Ukraine?
ethics and values and
Ukraine.
humanity.
No,
Syria?
Ukraine.
Syria.
Guys,
That's a good one.
Afghanistan.
Oh, Afghanistan. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Come on, and women aren't allowed to show their ankles, or they're a slut.
They're not
Okay.
allowed to talk anymore in
Yeah.
public.
Yeah,
I
which
mean,
is
yeah,
crazy.
which is crazy. But I mean, that was kind of awfully morbid. But I mean, I just thought that was
I
cool
think
to
to
bring
end,
up.
we should do the hottest wing, and then you guys should just die.
Wait, I've got one more.
Die in the
What's
ass.
the point?
I'm going to say one more, and I'm going to eat this wing, and we're going to die in the ass.
And over and out.
Did you guys see that submarine that took a bunch of tourists? It's like a tourist thing, and it fucking
Yeah.
Another one?
Wait,
It
can we finish
crashed.
the sentence so I can Google?
it crashed. Well, not crashed. It just like malfunctioned, and they couldn't bring them back to the service. And like a bunch of them, some of them got rescued.
Where is this? Oh, you're not sure.
Just type submarine accident.
Submarine accident.
Big news, it should be.
Iggy's drinking the skim milk out of a carton for anyone that doesn't see this.
Oh, in Egypt.
Yes.
Yeah,
In
Egypt.
fucking Egypt, and in Fun the God's hometown.
Wow, I didn't hear about it.
Yeah. So people did. He's a Fun the God. People did pass away, unfortunately, but a lot of people did get rescued.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Read it to us, Tori.
In short,
Let's focus on Israel and Palestine. That's better. Don't forget about Egypt's miscomings.
Go, read it.
Go.
In short, 6 people have died after a tourist submarine sank in the popular Egyptian Red Sea destination of Hurghada, according to local authorities. At least 9 others were injured, and emergency crews rescued 29 people. The nationalities of the casualties are yet to be yet to be formally confirmed.
Why did these motherfuckers keep hopping in submarines is what I want to know.
I'm not too sure.
Because it would have been one of those things where it probably just only dives like 50 meters and it just probably cruises for like 20 minutes along the floor and then comes back up. But that's fucking malfunction somehow, which is fucking sad. Like,
So it was a leak, was it? Or what happened?
Just having a look.
I mean, yeah, fuck going in anything that is like...
No, they still don't know what caused the sinking.
Oh,
Wow.
so it sank? It couldn't rise, I guess.
Yeah.
it just wouldn't be able to rise.
What
That's
the
sad.
fuck?
Can you imagine that'd be like you and Tori going on a fucking tourist thing in Bali and then the fucking thing crashes and kills you both. And then we're sitting here on fire.
All right, let's eat this motherfucking wing. Like, the last thing I want to... Did you see this mysterious spiral in the sky fucking over Europe? They reckon it's SpaceX dust or something. Tori, can you look up what this mysterious fucking spiral is?
Space. It's Elon Musk again, just fucking everyone. I'm not eating this last one. Get fucked.
You have to. It's called spontaneous combustion, right? This is the last one.
Fuck!
So, judging by the name, it means we're all going to combust at the same time. And I'd like to emphasize the last bit of that word, bust.
Okay, so...
Because...
Yeah, while you're doing that,
Okay.
the white spiral spotted in the skies was created by frozen fuel tumbling from a SpaceX rocket.
So they say.
Wow.
That's what they say.
everyone's dropping their wings. Everyone's fucking...
Well, it's hot.
Cheers.
Let's go, guys. This is the last one, guys, and then I'm going to get out of here. You've done with my commentary for the night. They're really hacking into this. They're all eating like they're just been a part of the bubonic plague. Joey.
Fucking nerd. What is bubonic? Tell me what bubonic is. What's bubonic?
I don't know. I thought it was just.
Not Tori looking up the word she just said.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's a
Put your bones in there.
Oh, it's the Black Death. Bubonic plague is like literally the plague.
The Black Death. You said you like long blacks.
Guys, I might have to close it out for us. I might have to close. Guys, I might have to close it out. Should I close it out, guys?
Close it out.
That's not good at all.
Should I close it out, or do you guys want to close it out?
Close it out.
Can I?
Don't fuck it up. But close it.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to this special. Goodbye to everyone. DZ's going. Joey, get out. Dylan needs to go. Guys, thank you so much for coming, being a part of this special.
Emphasis on coming.
Joey, get out. Love you guys. Bye.